beneficiary. They are receiving it hot. No. This one, they have brought it on themselves. We don't need to do much now. They are the ones doing it. And what I'm trying to do is to highlight. This is part one. I'm trying to highlight the issues with this religion. I'm trying to highlight the issues with this religion and how the thing is crumbling by themselves. Now then they take them apart by themselves. Now then they destroy the thing by themselves. But you know, for somebody who is a believer, for somebody who is still indoctrinated, will look at it as my pastor is right and those other people are wrong. It is my own pastor that has the right, whatever. But for somebody who is on the other side, who is not a believer, you can see exactly what is going on with this religion. And the sooner we start addressing these issues, the better. The sooner we start addressing these issues, the better. My sister, you see that, Wale, okay? Now, too much lies. I was a member of his church. I'm still coming. I'm still coming. I was a member of, when I first came to the UK, his church, Deptford, London. I was in that church, Wale Oke's church. I was in Wale Oke's church, and I will still share my story. I will still share my story. The treatment that I got in Wale Oke's church, I'm still coming. They owe me an apology, and I will get my apology. I will get my apology, but I'm still coming. Yes, I'm still coming. Yeah, because there are other people involved in the story, I need to be sure that I have the permission to do it. So I'm still coming when it comes to what is his name? Wale, okay. And then these men are hypocrites. Shibi, Wale, okay, was caught in a scandal now. Was he not caught in a scandal? Wale, okay, was caught in a scandal. He was busy fucking. This your pastors. Your pastors are the worst of them all. Now they are crying. Some of them are getting older now. Now they say, oh boy, this thing that we have been doing for years, the Jerry Ezes, they are making money. We are here, we are rotting. So now pastors are crying. Which of them doesn't do it? Absolutely no one. They are all the same. They are all the same. God is able to give you your apology even without hearing your story. I don't need God's apology. I don't need that character's apology. That character, that God, is the reason why they treated me the way they treated me. So no, if a God exists, you mean that God watched them do what they did to me. And now he's going to come and give me an apology. I'm not interested. I am not interested. Whatever God has to say, I'm sorry. I don't believe in the existence of God anyway. So I don't know what kind of apology that one is going to give me when there is no evidence that the thing even exists, the thing you're called God. But anyway, let's do this. What we are going to hear, we're going to hear the voice of this man here. This old man, what is his name? Pa Isaac Imolehin. Imolehin? I think so. Right. So, give me a second.
Bringing money, they were bringing.
Oh, we can't hear.
resources to the feet of Peter. And Peter
Can't hear anything. Just give me a minute.
was spreading it out. Not that Peter will now sit down as the richest man of God
Anything
in Africa. What's the meaning of that?
Old man, they cry. you never see anything yet. Why is this thing not playing?
I've been hearing of Apostle Arome for the past few years, but only last month I met him in the United States.
Sorry guys, I'm just trying to make sure you guys can hear.
Because after then I began to also hear
people on YouTube. Can you hear the video? If you're on YouTube, please let me know. Can you hear the video or no? I can't hear it. I wonder why.
the disciples and the apostles when when they were setting up the church, the Bible says they were bringing money, they were bringing resources to the feet of Peter. And Peter was spreading it out. Not that Peter will now sit down as the richest man of God. In Africa. What's the meaning of that? I've been hearing of Apostle Arome for the past few years, but only last month I met him in the United States. And it was after then I began to also hear about the name of his ministry. And I was sharing with him about the persecution I am experiencing from the churches in Nigeria. I spoke to him how I went to Canada to preach. I was invited. I didn't just the disciples and the apostles when they were setting up the church. The Bible says they were bringing money. They were bringing resources to the feet of Peter. And it was after then I began to also hear about the name of his ministry. And I was sharing with him about the persecution I am experiencing from the church. The disciples and the apostles when they were setting up the church. The Bible says they were bringing money. They were bringing resources.
The cries of an old man, an old preacher. All preachers are scammers. So this one too is one of them. He's one of them. All preachers are scammers. Simple. Okay, so let's listen.
The disciples and the apostles when they were setting up the church. The Bible says they were bringing
the speaker. Come on now, why is the speaker not working?
Money. They were bringing resources to the feet of Peter. And Peter was spreading it out. Not that Peter will now sit down as the richest man of God in Africa. What's the meaning of that? I've been hearing of Apostle Arome for the past few years, but only last month I met him in the United States.
They are meeting in the United States.
After then I began to also hear about the name of his ministry. And I was sharing with him about the persecution I am experiencing from the churches in Nigeria. I spoke to him how I went.
He's talking about another preacher who they met in the United States. Nigerian pastors now, they don't bother with Nigeria anymore. They go to the United States to go and have conversations over there. This old man, this guy here, Pa Imolehin, is the one speaking. He has reached, white hair, don't they? He's not young anymore. He's not relevant anymore. They're not interested in what he has to say. Now he's crying. Now he's facing persecution from the Nigerian church. You see where the thing don't reach? Okay. So now he has found himself another preacher, this one. And this is the one now that he's complaining to. Arome Osai. The lying liar that stays lying. That's Arome Osai. Okay.
To Canada to preach. I was invited. I didn't just go, look at me. I'm not a young man. And I was told to buy your ticket when you come. When we're giving you honorarium, we'll package your ticket and put everything together. Now, I got there, and then they told me that they got an instruction from Nigeria that I should not be allowed to preach. So I was turned back. Now, where is my money? I spent $8,000. That's 16 million naira. Because I fly business class. My wife also went with me. They didn't give me money.
Old man. They called him. They said, come to Canada, come and preach. He went to buy tickets. $8,000. The man went in, he didn't go on normal economy or no. He went business class with his wifey. Because, we still have to fuck while we're on our mission now. We still need to, be getting the thing while we're preaching. We still need to be doing the thing, Your preachers, some of them, before they get on the pulpit, they have to release some of that tension. One pastor recently said before he climbs the pulpit, he has to first watch porn, P-O-R-N. He has to watch it first. Did you guys see the video? That one was one pastor that said before he climbs the stage, he has to watch P-O-R-N. Yeah. So this one now carry wifey, $8,000. You see, these preachers, they're so evil. They're now scamming each other. They tell the old man, come to Canada. We want you to come and preach for us there. But buy your ticket. When you come, we will give you honorarium. Honorarium is the money that the church will give you for coming, to come and sing or preach or whatever. These pastors depend on that honorarium. That's how they get paid. So this one was waiting for them to give. But anyway, they now received instructions from PFN. What does PFN stand for now? The PFN stands for what now? Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria. The president, Wale Okina, said, I don't know, sent a message and said, do not let him preach. Now the man is crying.
A few days after, I went to Cape Town. And when I got to Cape Town, I'm told that the PFN had left an instruction that I should not be allowed to preach. But the difference between my experience in Canada and my experiences in Cape Town was that the man who invited me in Cape Town put his feet down. That he has sick people in his church, PFN will not heal them. That he has sinners in his church, PFN will not save them. That he has people who need deliverance in his church, PFN is not going to do deliverance for them. How many dead people have PFN raised? That this man of God must be allowed to preach and minister to his people. So he put his feet down and insisted that I should preach. If they're going to excommunicate him from PFN, that he was ready to leave. So when I told Apostle Osai what I'm going through among the Nigerian churches, they are following me from nation to nation to waste my money, waste my time, and disgrace me. Then Apostle Osai told me that he had suffered the same persecution. So I now had a relief when I met him that I had a partner in hardship. We are in a serious trouble. That those who are saying the truth, they are being persecuted. I'm aware that maggots will never like those who want to remove because they live in the...
Wait. Hold on.
They survive in the field.
Mr. Isaac Imolehin. So, pastors are now persecuting other pastors. This is the state of Nigerian Christianity. You don't cast. Last, everybody go chop breakfast. Not to say bye-bye, yo. Christianity, the thing don't cast by itself. And hello, Oyinlade. Pastors are the ones persecuting other pastors. It don't shell it. And guys, let me tell you, it's going to get worse for these guys. It's going to get worse because people are waking up. People are starting to see that, look, you have been a pastor for 40 years. Look at the state of the country. We have been praying. We have been paying tithe. We have been paying offering. We have been doing all these things. Nothing is happening. Oh yeah, explain. Now, they are crying. They are busy now persecuting each other. You don't share level. And this is why I tell you guys that religion is a scam. Religion is the biggest scam. When they tell you that there is a God, he is up there. He's sitting right now. They say God, he sit down for chair. I'll be waiting. Throne or whatever they call it. On a white throne. A white God on a white throne on a golden floor. Because the floor of heaven, where God is, the floor is golden. Hallelujah. Let somebody say hallelujah for the golden floor where God is sitting. God is sitting and he's watching it happen. Thousands of gods and everyone think that their own God is true. Yeah, no. Listen, everybody's God is the right God. Everybody's belief is the right belief. What are you talking about? Look, all you need is just a belief. Just have a belief. When you have a belief, your belief is true now. Your belief is true. Never mind if you have no evidence for your belief. Your belief is true. See, right now, I actually believe that Yahweh right now, Yahweh, the God of what, that one, that Yahweh, I believe that Yahweh is owing me $50 million. It's my belief. Yahweh, God of war, pay me my money. It's my belief, oh. No, please. It is my belief. I believe it. You see, June Plum say you believe. You see, I have fellow believers. This is how belief works, guys. Just have a belief. Don't bother to prove whether the belief is true or not. Just have a belief. You see, me too. I have a belief now. Mr. Zeal, please. I have a belief. Yahweh, God of war, please pay me my money. I will send you my bank details. You pay my money. My belief is real. But please do not ask me for evidence. Do not ask me how Yahweh owe me money. No, I don't have any evidence. I just have a belief. Please accept it. Yahweh is broke. You see, he's not commenting anymore. Yahweh don't run. Yahweh, you see here, Old Testament God is Yahweh, the God of the Israelites. It's mythology. No, I don't care about that one in the Bible. This is you in the chat. You are the one that owes me money. Okay, let's continue. Please tell that Yahweh to reimburse me all the money I spent in his business center. Ijele, you know that your money is gone now. Yes, brother. Religion is the only system where the people who utilize the service pay for the service and never get any returns. Y'all are investing. They tell you to invest in a heavenly kingdom, but you get nothing back. Nothing. Sow a seed. the seed that you sow in religion, you will never receive a harvest. Never. The only person that receives the harvest is the preacher. The only person that receives the harvest of your seed is the preacher. The preacher and his family. This is why your Nigerian pastors, they are flying in private jets. They are going all over the world. Those people make money. When I say money, money. 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 Listen, people on YouTube, Otumba Ajayi, Agalonu Aremu, listen, I am open to a debate. There is no need to curse me. I am open to a debate. If there is anything that I am saying that you don't agree with, instead of cursing me out, let's have a debate. You come, let us talk of, okay, the God of the Bible is a fake God. The God of the Bible does not exist. Right? I'm for the affirmative. Oh no, that doesn't exist. And you come with proof that the God exists. You understand? This is how we are going to kick this religion in its butt. This is how we are going to start addressing the nonsense in this religion. We need to get to the root, and getting to the root is the God itself. Does that God exist? Because how is a God existing? And there are so many churches, so many pastors. Wait, let me show you this picture. Look at this here. One God. One God, oh. Yet, he has so many people speaking for him. And everybody's saying their own different thing. Look at them. Oh, you can't see. Okay, let's see. So many. Look at them. Everyone has their own individual church, their own individual thing going on. Church of God, this one, this. But yet, there is only one God. But everybody has their own. Omega Fire Ministry, Church of the Lord of the God of what. Christ Embassy. Even Christ don't get embassy for inside Nigeria. Hand, this one don't open his own, his hand of God or whatever. This one saying a winner's chapel. No, loser's chapel. This one, Redeemed Christian waiting. Too many churches. What is this? Too many churches. I should send link. Now them born you. Wait, let me finish with this, what I'm doing here. I will send you the link. Let me finish what I'm talking about, and I will send you the link. Come and prove the existence of your God. All right, let's continue with Pa Imolehin and his tears. And please don't forget, this is part 1. Tomorrow we will deal with part 2. The fallout of this, his rant. He's ranting about other pastors. He's been ranting about other pastors. And of course, they're not happy. But for all of us who are the average people, need to start asking the question, what exactly is going on in Christianity in Nigeria? How is it that 5 of the top richest pastors in the world are Nigerians? Yet 130 million Nigerians are living in poverty. How does that make sense? That math is not, it's not mathing. Rich pastors equals poor citizens. How? Yet they will still be telling the poor citizens to still bring 10% of their income. The income that they don't have, bring 10% of it. Every month, every week, or on top of the 10%, they still want them to pay for pastors' private jet fund. They'll still ask them for offerings, building fund, pastor's Gucci belt fund and all the other fundings. If God truly called your pastor, it is time that your pastor now stops collecting any money. No, if God called your pastor, your God needs to tell, your pastor needs to tell God, God, pay me so I wouldn't need to ask these people for any money. Any pastor that you have to pay for doing the work that God called him, that pastor is a thief and a scammer. And when I say pay, I mean any monies at all, any monies. If God is the one that told your pastor to go and set up a church, before God will call him and go and say, go and set up a church, God did not know that the bills needed to be paid there. God did not know that they need to pay bills. So, how you will know that your pastor is a true man of God? I don't believe there's anything like a true man of God, but for your own peace of mind, you that is invested in it, how you will know? Stop paying monies in church. Stop. Don't pay anything. No tithe, no offering, no, just stop. Keep your money and tell your pastor, if God called you, let God pay you. Prove to us that God called you. Let's do this, guys. The assembly of charlatans. Hello, Unfiltered. People who say they are men of God have mental illness, delusions. Yahweh, when was the last time the members of any church gathering saw the psych evaluation of any of these men here? When was the last time you saw the psych evaluation of your pastor? Some of you have schizophrenics as your pastors. Some of you have people that should be in Yaba left. Yaba, Akbausi. They are on your pulpits. Because someone comes and tells you God came down and drank tea with him and you think that everything is okay at home. All right, no worries. Right, please let's continue with this man.
So if you are removing filth and dirty things, maggots will not like it, because then they will die. Those who are making money from the present rot, those who have made name by aeroplane and commercialized Christianity, and they don't want to hear anybody who is talking against that. Well, we're in a very long drawn battle, because I'm not going to keep quiet.
Pa Isaac Imolehin, the reason why you are speaking now is because you don't have your own private jet. It's because you see, say, levels day. We are all scamming, but there are levels to the scam. Pa Imolehin, don't they reach the day is starting to dawn. Private jets never bossy. So now we are complaining. Oh, now Pa Imolehin is now exposing the ones that are flying private jets. Oh, guys, I am not here validating the ones in private jets. That's not what I'm doing here. But I'm trying to tell you that the rot, he just said it. If you heard his words, he said the rot in the religion. Rot. Let me take it back so you can hear him. He said the rot in the religion. So, Pa Imolehin, if there is a rot, if the religion they rotten, the thing don't rotten finish. So how can we trust you? How can we trust any of you if you are here admitting that there is rot in the religion? Okay. Please listen to him.
Will not like it, because then they will die. Those who are making money from the present rot, those who have made name by aeroplane and commercialized Christianity, and they don't want to hear anybody who is talking against that. Well, we're in a very long drawn battle, because I'm not going to keep quiet. As of the promotion and the advancement of the ministry of the remnants, of which Apostle Aroma is a principal, I have this to say. Those of us who have undertaken the ministry to the remnants, we need to comfort ourselves in the way the Lord sees things. The hungry is only interested of how he will fill his stomach and go.
Nigerian pastors are now using their pulpits to score points. They are now using their pulpits to fight themselves. They are now using their pulpits. I heard this on social media. You are this, you are that, you are this, you are this. Please record me as I'm saying this and put it out there. Put it, let them hear it. Their pulpits have now become the battleground. And these people still sit there and hear a pastor be talking about another pastor, talking ill of another pastor. These people will sit there and be applauding their own preacher. Yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. They are fighting among themselves. Our people are busy clapping for it. Just come on now. The rot in Nigerian Christianity, the thing is just exposing itself by itself.
But the provider is also saying, I'm interested in the talk now. It's very easy to celebrate the fresh loaves of bread. It's very easy to celebrate the fried fish that is smelling, just being brought out of frying pan. The aroma, the fragrance that the fresh bread from the oven is providing, and how we have filled our tummy with the bread and the fish. That's a very mighty, mighty miracle to talk about, to celebrate. And celebrate in the numbers of the eaters, to celebrate in the numbers of the consumers, to celebrate the miracle of thousands that ate and were full. And for the servants who served, for the disciples who served, the miracle in the hand of the disciple. These were 5 loaves of bread. But when Jesus blessed it and gave it to the disciples were 12. So the moment the bread was moving from hand of Jesus to the disciples, it had become 12. And as disciples were sharing it, 5,000 each. So the moment it was changing hand, it was multiplying. It has been blessed, but it did not multiply until they began to. So you can be blessed.
Just listen to that. You read a miracle in the Bible, that fairy tale book, that Jesus collected bread and fish from a young boy, and the bread and fish multiplied, and 5,000 men plus women and children as well, though they didn't count the women and children, that all of them, they ate bread and fish. They ate bread and fish, and they had 12 baskets remaining. No be juju be that. Now, Pa Isaac Imolehin, they talk like say him dey there. He don't divide the bread, the fish among 12. 12. You see, huh? When I tell you that Pa Isaac Imolehin, he too is part of the scammers. And I'm not hiding. You're hearing this man try to justify a fairy tale that Jesus took bread and fish and divided it and fed everybody, and 12 baskets of bread and fish can remain. Haba now. Haba. Pa Imolehin, you said respect your age. No, did you hear him? The guy said, wait, listen, the guy said, wait, let me see. Please listen to what he's trying to tell you about these 12 loaves and kini. Man, religion will make you believe nonsense. Okay, let's hear.
And as disciples were sharing it, 5,000 each. So the moment it was changing hand, it was multiplying. It has been blessed, but it did not multiply until they began to. So you can be blessed and not multiply. The disciples and the apostles, when they were setting up the church, the Bible says they were bringing money, they were bringing resources to the feet of Peter, and Peter was spreading it out. Not that Peter will now sit down as the richest man of God in Africa. What's the meaning of that? He paid money. In Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 17, let me show you what the word of God says. We are remnants, and we are proud to be. The Bible says, he who will be our leader, he who will be our pastor, he who will be our bishop, he who will be our king, he who will be our leader. He said, neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
This is the man that's...
So the gathering of the money at the feet.
This is the man that paid $8,000 business class to go and preach in another country. To go and, just, I want you guys to think. Please listen to this. These believers each have a Bible, right? Everybody has a Bible. Everybody has Bible. Christian, they all have Bible. Hey, Mr. Cleffy, thank you. That is beautiful. All the Christians have a Bible, but we need a special preacher to fly on a private jet, to fly business class, to come and teach us from the same Bible that we have under our pillow. Believers have a Bible. Pastor has a Bible. But now the pastor has to fly in the private jet to come and teach the believers from the same book that everybody possesses. Guys, show now they see where the scam is. You can see where the scam is, right? I'm talking to the believers. You are paying tithe, offering, all those monies you pay in church. You are paying for somebody to come and teach you what you already have under your pillow. They say now visiting pastor. Listen, visiting pastor equals we are bringing another scammer to come and scam. Your pastor is fed up of you guys. You guys are not helping your pastor enough. So now he has to put up all these programs, right? Where he brings all these big names and all these people, they come. Before the man mounts the pulpit, your pastor and the visiting minister, they have sat down and they have, 30, you take 70, I take 30, 30%, 70%. They don't arrange how they go divide whatever monies come in. I've seen it happen, guys. Hey, memes, where have you been, memes? Long time no see. Memes, you're not following me, man. On this account, I think it was my other account, the one that I lost. But it's good to see you, though, memes. Hey, Kata, good to see you. You rather go to a bar than go to church. Honestly, at least you can socialize. At least you're not being brainwashed in a bar, right? Whatever you spend, you're enjoying it for yourself. You understand? So this Bible, people are paying. Because think about it. What special knowledge does your pastor have that now he's flying on a private jet to come and teach you? You should actually be disgusted because God is picking your pastor over you. God is making that man more special than you. And now God wants you to pay him to come and... Religion is a scam, guys. The scam is so glaring. But anyway, let's continue. Let's just hear this. And then
of Peter was not for Peter to now sit down and become the richest man of God. That's not the intention. The intention is that let the money be gathered, and when it has been gathered, do what? And that's how blessing multiply. When God told Elijah, go to the brook Cherith, and the birds will be bringing food, you'll be eating bread and flesh, and you'll be drinking from the brook. You alone. Brother Elijah sat by the brook.
Brother Elijah.
And was drinking the brook until the brook dried. Mm-hmm. You alone, you drank a dam. Dam dry. Upari dam. Upari esa. Umudam.
Pa Isaac Imolehin is telling these people that Brother Elijah in the Bible, God sent him to the desert. And God said, don't worry, while you are there, I will send a bird to come and feed you. The bird will bring you bread and it will bring you flesh of what. And then you can drink from the brook. Just listen to foolishness. brother, he called him Brother Elijah. Brother Elijah. Brother Elijah is in the desert, where? In the bush, because God told him to go there. And God now said, a bird, oh yeah, go and feed Brother Elijah. I tell you, the stories that we have believed in that Mumu book that they call Bible. Brother Elijah is being fed by birds. Brother Elijah.
You suck the drum until the dam dried. Man of God. Then God told him, live here. So of course, you have finished the dam. Go to Zarephath. There's a woman there. They have only a bottle of oil. And as long as you sat there, you, the woman, the son, the family, the oil will not finish. But you alone finish it down. Man of God. But when you now sit down and you are sharing, and the family is eating, this one is not a dam, it is a bottle.
They are clapping.
And when they had eaten
for
and they were full,
telling them about fairy tales.
Jesus said to the same people that share the bread, which is an easier ministry. It's easier. It's more celebrative. It's more honorable. It's more decent, a chef, to be the one serving the fresh bread and the fresh fish and the fried fish, than to be the same person that is now being called upon to take care of the remnants.
I beg, who told Pa Isaac Imolehin that the fish was fried? No, guys, did they fry that fish? The fish that Jesus was giving everybody. Hey, Angela, was the fish fried? Man. You see, this is where these preachers will make themselves just sound and look ridiculous to a critical thinking mind. You are busy telling people about fried fish. In 2025, you are telling people about a 2,000-year-old myth. And you're trying to make it make sense. You're trying to make it sound like, no, this thing truly happened. Arsenal, hello. Zod, good to see you. No, fried fish. Eja waiting, ding ding. Nigerian preachers, they don't cast. Anyway, it's in a fried fish. All right.
Don't know about burials. We don't want to set up a ministry where we're only talking about prosperity, about how you are blessed, about how you will be rich, and you don't know anything about those who are poor. You don't know anything about those who don't have food to eat. They are also children of God. You don't want to hear the poor you have among you always.
Because you talking.
Not to come for a miracle service. The last time I was leaving the field in East in the desert, I saw a group of people who were weeping. And I walked up to Bishop Matokia, who was my host. And I said, why are these ones weeping? He said they left their home 4 days ago. And wherever night met them, they slept on the road. And 4 days they arrived here this morning and they were told that the meeting is over. And they're going to trek another 4 days to go back home. And we're going to the same heaven.
Pa Imolehin, you paid $8,000 for you and your wife to sit in business class to go and preach in Canada. You don't even have mouth to talk, sir. Respectfully, you are a hypocrite. Talking about prosperity doctrine, that's $8,000 that you and your wife used to flex in a business class. That was money that could have been used for better things for your community. Listen, as much as you want to you want to make people think, oh, I'm busy talking about, sir, you are exposing your own hypocrisy. Unfortunately, this man flew $8,000. He was crying that they did not give him honorarium and they're still owing him that $8,000. That's this man here, this guy, this older man here, this guy.
The concern of God is not only about the bread and the fish that have been served. He is also concerned about... It is very important for you to understand what I am saying. And I will tell you and go. If you are the ones who ate the bread, if you are the ones who ate the fish, and you drop the remnants on the ground here, you drop fish bone, you drop it here. You bite a loaf and drop the other one here. You ate and you drop them here. And this whole house of God is now full of the remnants of bread and of fish. And you left it here and you went away. By the time you come back here next week, you will find cockroaches here. You will find flies. You will find ants. You will find...
Guys, this man is really preaching about bread and fish, eh? This is where religion gets to now. They've preached all they can preach. Now we have to preach about bread and fish. You leave the remnants of your bread and fish inside the church, you come back, and then there will be flies and there will be the cockroaches and kini. And look at the people sitting there, taking it all in like word. Preach, preacher, preach on. All right, done, Papa. Our Papa say it. Meanwhile, the man is preaching about fried fish and bread.
Rats. You will find lizards here. Because you did not handle the remnants. These cockroaches, these ants that I'm talking about, they're not coming from Lagos. They're outside here. But they're not here now because the remnants are not on the ground. The lizards are not coming from London. The lizards are outside here.
Lizards are not coming from London.
The ants are not going to crawl in from Kano. The ants are outside. They are behind the church here. The moment you leave remnants uncatered for, you leave remnants and you're not concerned about that. And yet the ministry of serving the bread extends to gathering. It's not that Jesus told the disciples to serve the bread and we're going to look for another set of people to come and gather the remnant. The same people who serve the bread that they want to gather the remnant. And it's part of the ministry. It's a holistic ministry. We don't want to have brethren in the church who only know about serving the bread and the fish and they don't know about how to manage. Stand up on your feet. And it is our poor understanding.
So guys, this is part 1, right? Tomorrow, we will talk about the rot in Nigerian Christianity. And guys, it's only going to get worse for these pastors. They are crying now. They are crying. It's going to get worse because you fixed your name, Hunter Biden laptops. Okay, I see. Right? They are crying because for years they have preached this fake gospel unchallenged. Now they are getting old. Now, when they started ministry, they were righteous. They thought they were living righteous. They thought that they were humble. But over the years, they see that the younger generation of pastors are now coming in and they're on the internet now. And they're making money. So now the preachers are crying. It's going to get worse. They are fighting now between themselves. Guys, if there is anything that proves to you that God is a scam, that right there should start to tell you that this religion is problematic. If there was a God, he would have sorted all of this mess out. But anyway, people like myself and most of the people who are starting to wake up now, they're starting to speak. These people have used God to make themselves wealthy. Now, they're meeting in America to go and have meetings in America. Your pastors. Pastors are in America going to meet. Let me play. Okay, wait. Let me play the beginning message, right? Where he said that he was what? They owe him money or something like that. Just listen to this for some of you who were not here earlier on. Please just listen to this first part where he said something about he was, okay, let's see. Just listen to him crying.
The apostles, when they were setting up the church, the Bible says they were bringing money, they were bringing resources to the feet of Peter. And Peter was spreading it out. Not that Peter will now sit down as the richest man of God in Africa. What's the meaning of that? I've been hearing of Apostle Arome for the past few years, but only last month I met him in the United States. And it was after then I began to also hear about the name of his ministry. And I was sharing with him about the persecution I am experiencing from the churches in Nigeria. I spoke to him how I went to Canada to preach. I was invited. I didn't just go, look at me. I'm not a young man. And I was told to buy your ticket when you come. When we're giving you honorarium, we'll package your ticket and put everything together. Now, I got there, and then they told me that they got an instruction from Nigeria that I should not be allowed to preach. So I was turned back.
He was scared.
Where is my money? I spent $8,000. That's 16 million naira. Because I fly business class. My wife also went with me. They didn't give me money. A few days after, I went to Cape Town. And when I got to Cape Town, I'm told that
church pastors scammed the old man. They said, jump on the plane. When you come, we'll pay you the amount that you paid for your ticket. We will also pay you honorarium. The man said, fantastic. Wifey, let's go. Let me take you on a holiday. Wifey to follow. They scammed him. Now the man is crying. Guys, religion is a scam. The people that are on the top, they're using it to make money for themselves. They're using it to make money for themselves. So, somebody in the comments on YouTube said, send a link. Agalorun Aremo. If you are still here, let me know. You said I should send you a link. You want to come and talk, okay? If you're still here, let me know so I can send you the link. Let's hear what you have to say. Let's hear what you have to say. Let's hear what you have to say. Agalorun waiting. No, who was it? Yeah, it was this person that said send link now, then burn you. Oh yeah, where are you? Where are you? Come on, you want to speak for your preachers? You want to speak for your pastors? Huh? Hey, Juad. You want to speak for your pastors? I would like to know which God called your pastor. What is the proof that God called your preacher? How does one know that a God is calling them? If there is no evidence for the existence of God, there is no evidence. All that these people have is a belief that a God exists. These people have a belief that God is sat up in the sky. He is sitting on a throne, a white throne, shining, bright, white. Everything is white. His son is by his side, on the right-hand side, on his own throne as well. That son that died and went back up is now sat next to daddy on his own throne, white throne as well, white throne. And they're all sat on a golden, where the golden floor is underneath them. These people lied to us. They lied to us. It's time to wake up. That's where the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit began. Where? Blasphemy of what spirit? What are you talking about? Blasphemy of the Spirit. No. Do you know how twisted it is for these people to convince you that you can actually blaspheme a ghost? A ghost. That if you blaspheme that ghost, you will not receive any forgiveness. Daddy will not forgive you. Daddy said, if you blaspheme my ghost, I will not forgive you. You can blaspheme everybody. You can even blaspheme me, the God, or my son. But if you blaspheme the ghost, just think about it. If you believe that the unforgivable sin is when you blaspheme the ghost, somebody has really worked on your head. They have convinced you that you cannot blaspheme a thing that does not exist at all. Spirit, they have convinced you that you can actually blaspheme a spirit, a ghost. Okay. No, if you can prove that a spirit exists, I would love to hear it. If a spirit does indeed exist, please bring it. Let's see. Are we blaspheming a spirit now? And people, what is this one saying? The realist, she will say God was not created and has no beginning, because that's what she used to tell us. What does that mean? What's Flowy saying over there? Do you want to come up and speak about it, Flowy? Do you want to come up and talk about it? Please explain to us. Wait, let's see this comment here. It says, please explain to us, is the power of God real? Is the power of God real? And can people heal through the name of Jesus? Okay. Is the power of God real? Right. First of all, first things first, what evidence do you have that the God exists? What is the evidence that this God exists and that he has some kind of powers? Powers. What do you mean powers? Powers to do what? Powers to move a chair? Powers to move a truck, or what? What do you mean powers? And then to say that what? Can heal people through let's see, can heal people through the name of Jesus. Wow. So you think that there is a character up in the sky by the name of Jesus who is waiting for you to call his name? No, just think about it. You are here on the earth. Someone is sick, and you go there and you say, in the name of my dead friend Jesus, you are healed. And that character up there, hearing his name, says, oh, let's make that person feel better. Come on now. Have some sense. Have some sense. They gave you sense for a reason. So it's when you call that name, Jesus, that person is now receiving healing. If that your dead friend existed, his name could never have been Jesus to begin with. His name was not Jesus. That's if he existed. The name that they were calling him, the disciples, those people who walked with him, never called him Jesus. So how can there be power in a name that doesn't belong to the guy? No, ask yourself the question now. You ask yourself the question. Power in a name. They really messed with you. They have really messed with you. Okay, we've got Flowy coming up. Let's see. What's Flowy got? What does Flowy have to say? People on YouTube, please give me a minute. Let me switch over. 1 second, darling. Just give me a second. 1 second. It sounds so dominating with this lipstick. I'm trying to do a different lip color. I don't know. I don't know if I like this one. So, guys, give me a minute, okay? People on YouTube, please give me a minute. All right. So, all right. Hello, Flowy.
Yeah, good evening, ma.
Good evening, and how are you?
I'm fine, ma. So I just got awakened a few days back, and I'm really shocked because if I was told a week ago that I'll be awakened, I'll be like it's a lie. So right now, my mom is asking me this question.
What awakened you? Before you took, what awakened you?
Okay.
Waiting make
why
you
growing up? Okay, let me explain. Why growing up, I do ask questions, but my mom will be like, shh, you can't question God. So with that fear in me, I will not want to think. I will try to distract myself. But I still try to I know the mind keeps reasoning. You can't stop the mind from thinking. So I keep asking questions. So I was in church just last 3 weeks. So they were like long suffering. They were talking about long suffering. So I came back home asking myself, why will I want to suffer? Why will God want me to suffer for a very long time before before my prayers will be answered? So that's when I try doing my research. Then I keep coming across people that are already waking on TikTok. This when I start knowing and start seeing through the lies. So now my mom is asking me, who created me if I said I don't believe in God? If I said there is no God?
Now your mama creates you now, not be so. If your mother, you should say to her, Mom, for the first time, I appreciate that you are my mom because you are the one. Without you, I will not be in existence. Okay. Without you, Mom, you are the one who has brought me into existence. If your mom did not lay down with your dad, you would not be here. There is no God that tried to that made it possible for you to be here. There is nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. So yeah, but congratulations though that you are questioning and you are starting to figure these things out because look, a lot of us did not need to be Christians. A lot of us did not need to be religious people. If our parents had asked questions, we will not be where we are right now. If the people who were before us, if they had asked questions, they would not have passed on that religion to us. They would have allowed us to be free-thinking beings. And this is why they start early, teaching religion. They start early. They start talking their nonsense from a very young age. They start feeding so that you never depart from the, the brainwashing. So do you have any questions, Chloe, or?
No, ma, that's all. That's
Okay.
what I wanted to know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's nice to hear. And you sound like a young lady as well. So,
Yes, I'm in my mid-20s.
Oh, listen, my dear, you owe nobody any explanation for your deconstruction. You have to take it upon yourself, right? To carry on wherever it takes you, wherever it leads you, follow it through, right?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
don't have to go and start announcing, hey, I no longer believe in you can keep it private, right?
Okay.
Because you're still young and I don't know, you might still be dependent on your parents or your, family. So don't feel that you have to, make it public. You just, just be very tactful when you're deconstructing, just so that you don't create unnecessary enemies for yourself. For me, the reason why I am bold and I can come here and talk because nobody's feeding me. I'm my own boss. And I mean, if you are the one feeding me, then maybe you can, but I am my own boss. So yeah. Congratulations anyway.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, congrats, Chloe.
Hello, the realist. Hey, vessel.
Greetings. Greetings, Afro.
The realist, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was congratulating Chloe,
Fantastic, honestly.
It's a good thing that she has woken up. It's not easy.
When you say woken up, I don't know. I waking up, it sounds like as if it is a one-time event, but it is a process. It is a whole process. And that process can take years. That process of undoing the brainwashing, undoing the, the damage that has been done by religion takes a long time. So awakening, I don't know, I struggle to use that word, deconstructing, yes, that's more my own term. You woke up 11 years ago. Congratulations, man. You have been free since. I tell you.
That's true freedom. Freedom.
Oh, indeed, indeed. So let's see. Do we have wise one? Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Are you a believer? Are you a Christian? Are you?
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
Like I really like your program because you have a way of explaining things very well. Well, I'd like to know, what do you believe in?
No, I'm not a believer. Anything that requires me to believe, especially believing in the supernatural, right? That there are gods or ghosts or angels, things that we can't see, then I don't believe. Just not for me. I do not engage in the act of believing. But if it is anything in this dimension here, like me now, I can believe that the wise one is a good man. Because, well, I don't know him, but I can just believe it. I might go and do some, digging to see whether is he a good man or not, right? I can, go and figure that out. If I get it wrong, that he's not a good man, I can come back and say, you know what, guys, you know that last week I told you that he was a good man. I'm sorry, he's not a good man, right? Based on the information that I have, based on the facts, right, and evidence, he's not a good man, right? This is things that we can easily go and check. But when we start talking about entities we can't see and these things, how can we go and fact check these things? How can we go and figure out? So no, I don't engage in believing.
Okay, that means you believe in things you can see.
Okay, I mean, If I can see it, why do I need to believe it?
Like, what I mean is you believe in things that you can see, like you don't believe in supernatural and imaginary things.
If I can see it, why do I need to believe it? It's right there. I mean, there's no need to believe in something like right. It's there.
So you are more of a scientist.
I'm not a I'm not a scientist. I'm not a scientist. I am a skeptic. I ask questions.
But the thing is, if you look at it, everything, even scientists believe there's a God.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, give me the name of give me the name of two scientists that believe in God.
They may not believe in God like religious people, but they believe in the concept of God. Let me ask you.
Give me the name of two scientists that believe in the concept of God.
Yeah, like I don't need to give a name. Just like
you
science. For instance,
you made a claim.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Believe in God. Scientists believe in God. That is a big claim to make.
Yeah, they believe in God, and I'll prove it to you. Like, do you know the first law of thermodynamics?
No, I don't. What's the first law of thermodynamics?
Yeah, can you maybe browse it and read it out?
The first law of thermodynamics, okay? Oh, where's my phone now? Okay, the first law of thermodynamics. Okay, the energy cannot be created or destroyed.
Yeah, but can be transformed from one form to another.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, that is the concept of religion. They believe that there is something that created the world.
No, Afro,
but it was not created.
He didn't actually say it. I wanted him to state the first law of thermodynamics and how it relates to whatever he was saying. The first law of thermodynamics is true on two conditions. One, in a closed system, and two, in an open system. So which one are you referring to, and how does this relate to the question that you have been asked?
Okay, now the question is, the first law of thermodynamics.
1 second. Wise one, 1 second. So this is talking about energy.
Yeah.
You just tried to relate energy to religion.
Yeah.
Energy and religion. There is no comparison between the two.
Okay. So do you know why there's a comparison?
How do you say that energy cannot be created or destroyed? How does that relate to your religious beliefs?
Let me explain. The reason why I say it's related is because the concept of a religion is believing in the supernatural, something that you don't know how it came about, but somehow you can see that it exists. Do you understand? So, like now, scientists, they believe in energy. If you ask a scientist, how was energy created? They can't say, but they can only tell you that it exists and it transforms from one form to another.
Do you know what the definition of energy is?
Sorry, my brother, you are mixing this up. I don't know if you're a proper scientist, but you're mixing this up. Energy is actually the capacity to do work. So I can create and initiate energy.
This is why I'm asking him, does he know what the definition of energy is?
Yeah. But I'm talking of the first law of thermodynamics, which you just read.
Yes, I just read it. But if we're talking about energy, Mr. Cleffy just told you the definition of energy is the ability to do work.
Okay, now does energy exist?
The ability to do work exists, yes.
So, like, how was energy created?
How can you create the ability to do work?
But it exists.
You are the one that just told us just now about the first law of thermodynamics that says that it cannot be created. And the same you is asking us, how was it created?
So now the question is, first law says...
Hold on.
I'm coming.
You just told us about the first law of thermodynamics that energy cannot be created or destroyed. And now you are asking, how was energy created? Can you see?
That is the question. Now, I ask you if energy exists. You say it exists. The ability to do work exists. And now the same science that says it cannot be created or destroyed says that it cannot be created. So ask a scientist, if energy cannot be created, how come it exists when it cannot be created?
So how does that
how
prove
does
God?
this prove the existence of your gods? Instead of
No, what
answering
I'm
the
trying to
question
say
about
is-
the existence of your gods, you want to start talking about energy.
I'm not talking to you. Hold on.
Listen, wise
What
one.
I'm trying to say
No,
is-
wait. Wise one.
I'm talking to you.
Wise
If you're not
one.
prepared
I'm
to answer the
speaking with
question, drop
Afro.
down.
I'm
We get
speaking with
somebody else
Afro.
up here.
She's one of my moderators. I beg, please. Don't
Okay,
speak
no
at her.
problem. Sorry about that.
Wise
But
one.
the thing is, I actually see. Hold on, please. I'm speaking
Wise
with
one.
Afro. Hold on, please.
Mr. Cleffy.
Hold
Hold
on.
on, please. Just let
I'm
him.
speaking with Afro because I've been following her for a long time, and I really like her program. I don't really know much about our moderators. But the point I'm trying to make is, if everybody actually believe in a God in one way or the other, because scientists believe that there's energy, even though they claim that it cannot be created, yet they believe it exists. So the concept of a God is not a religion. It's just because the truth is, God is too complex to cage into a religion. That is why different religions have different explanations for God.
You are not the only one who should have the whole time explaining things that
Wait
don't make
now,
sense.
Bula, hold on. You
Other
get
people, please,
you will
explain.
no, hold on. You will get your chance to. Please just hold on. Please just Bula, just please hold on. Wait, did I just hear you say that God is too complex to do it in?
It's too complex to be placed, to be caged into one religion.
How do you know that God is complex?
Because the truth is, the concept of God is something that brought about existence. And if you even go further in science, they will tell you that the world came through energy in a Big Bang theory.
How do you know that God is complex?
It is because different religions speak about the same God.
That's not true. Different religions do not talk about the same God. If they all spoke about the same God, there wouldn't be different religions.
Yeah, the truth is, religion causes...
There will be just one religion all speaking about the same God.
Yeah, I know. The point I'm trying to make is the concept of a religion is something that created existence. I'm not talking about the diversity, Islam, Christian, and the rest. Those are the things that brings about division. But the truth is, if you go down to any religion, it all boils down to one thing. There's a creator. There's something that even science believes that it's energy that created the universe through Big Bang theory. And that same energy is what they believe that cannot be created or destroyed. And that is what Christians call Jehovah or Yahweh.
Really?
A being that was not created. Yeah. But everybody sees God in different lights.
Can you prove the existence of Yahweh?
No, like I'm a Christian, but I'm a Christian by birth. I don't necessarily
prove the existence of Yahweh. Listen, wise one. It's either Yahweh exists or Yahweh does not exist.
Get my point. I am a Christian, but I am not.
Hold on. We should not be making any claims that a Yahweh exists if he does not exist. You understand?
Yeah.
So if there is no evidence for Yahweh, why are we claiming that Yahweh exists?
The point I'm trying to make is I am not a fanatic when it comes to religion, but I just see the word as the way I see it. I just believe everybody is trying to like make reference to the same God in different ways, and that is what brings about different religion. Because the concept of the different religions in the world, they are all speaking about something that brought about existence, even though they are speaking it in different ways. Obviously, I'm a Christian, but I don't believe that Christianity is the only way to get to God. I believe God is not something you can put in a box and call it, okay, this is the religion that knows God. No, I believe that everything that exists was created by something, and there's no way any religion can explain that thing fully. Because if truly you want to say...
If there is no way to explain that thing fully, why are we even having this conversation? why don't you wait? When you can explain that thing fully, then you can believe in it. Not right now, you have nothing. You cannot explain the thing fully. You just have all these ideas given to you by a book, given to you by pastors, by preachers, by all these people. But yet, the thing is too complex. The thing, nobody can comprehend it. Then, if the thing is too complex, if the thing is too, we can't understand it, then why believe it?
No, I'm not. I don't believe most of the things in the Bible, to be honest. But I believe there's a God. Do you understand?
How do you know there's a God? How do
No,
you
he's
know?
not a Christian.
Because
Yet.
the
So
truth
let's
is-
let's
the truth
establish a
is-
foundation. Wise one.
Even
you're not a
science
Christian yet.
proves that there is a God. Let's
Science
not
doesn't prove that there's a
Brother,
God.
no.
Stop saying, stop
Because
causing
if-
facts that are
if
not
there's
real.
if there's
That
energy
is wrong.
and
Science has
everybody
energy
knows
will say there's God.
Please, hold on. How does science prove that there is a God? How?
I've explained it earlier.
That is not an explanation. Thermodynamics is not an explanation to say science
Definition.
believes that there's a
No
God.
problem.
And you didn't even
Okay,
quote
no
the law
problem.
of thermodynamics correctly.
Say, hold on. Do you know of the Big Bang theory?
Yes, I know about the Big Bang theory.
Everything came from energy.
So how does that
energy
prove that
is
there's a
science.
God?
Wise
Hold
one.
on,
We
we
don't
don't need to shout.
in this box.
The point
Can
I'm
you
trying to
state your
make is,
sources,
hold on.
please?
I'm quoting science. So what
Like,
other sources?
you
No,
are just
no.
going
State your reference. Where do you go and find this your statement that everything comes
She
from
just
energy?
read the first law of thermodynamics. Were you
So
not
talk,
around?
you
first
not
law of
say
thermodynamics
God
talking about conservation of energy. It's not talking about prove that God exists or everything came from
You
energy.
don't understand. What I'm trying to say is that energy is what science believes to be God.
Hey,
Okay, listen.
No,
Since you say
wise one.
energy is
That
what
is not
science
true.
believe to be God, what is the
Where did
SI
they say
unit
so?
of God?
Which scientist says so?
Hold on.
See,
guys.
hold on.
Hold on. So energy is defined. We know what energy is, right? We know what the definition of energy is. So now this gentleman is saying to us that scientists, they are claiming that energy is God.
No, he said they are claiming that the definition of kinetic energy is God. He's confused. He's confused himself.
No, hold on. I'm a scientist, okay? And now, from Big Bang theorem, we know that the world came into existence through energy.
Okay,
If you don't know
you're not
about
even
that, you
giving
can
the
go and do your
correct definition
What
of the
field-
Big
Brother,
Bang
you don't know
theory.
what a Big Bang theory is yet.
You
So
don't
just
know
give
what
me-
it is, wise one. Stop talking about the Big Bang theory. The Big
What-
Bang theory merely talks about the expansion of the universe. That is all.
And what
Everything else you're talking about Big Bang theory, that is wrong.
Meanwhile,
what caused the expansion?
wait, 1 second.
What expanded?
Wait, 1 second.
The universe expanded.
Meanwhile, there is a little baby
It's the
that
same
wants to
thing.
add.
It is
One
not.
one little baby wants to add her own. She wants to add her own. Mr. Cliffy, what's the baby trying to say? Is the baby trying to tell us something? I can hear the baby going on there. This is midnight. Baby, go to sleep. Baby, go to sleep. Why are you trying to add to our conversation now? Did you guys hear?
He's a wise baby.
So cute. I know.
So now let's talk about Einstein's law.
No,
let's talk about you proving your God.
We are not talking about
No,
Einstein.
the point I'm trying.
You prove your God. This is why we came up today, to prove your God.
He proves his
Trying
God
to
to
talk
be
about
kinetic
Einstein,
energy.
go start your own live stream where you talk about Einstein.
Yeah, to have it up there. Einstein. But no, this is not it. Either your God exists or it does not exist. Let's leave Einstein out of this conversation. If your God exists, show us that your God exists. See?
Afro Atheist, I truly love your channel as far as I'm concerned.
Wise one, please. Let's Umbola speak. Hello, Umbola.
Like, I truly love your channel as far as I'm concerned. This
you.
very topic you are talking about is the main problem of Africans. We hate everything about slavery, but only Christianity is what we don't like. I mean, we don't throw away. The truth is, if you look around the world, you realize people do believe in God and they have faith, they practice religion. But we Africans, like our own way of doing everything, ranging from religion, let me say, the religion practices and the religion teaches and the preachings are all different entirely from the people who even introduce it to us. As far as I'm concerned, religion shouldn't be.
What's that sound though?
Are you using dial-up internet?
I haven't heard that sound in a
I
long
last heard that in the 90s.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, but I don't know what happened. Your thing was sounding a bit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was using the headphone.
The thing was sounding like we are back in. We're back in the 80s.
Okay. So, as an African, what I usually ask myself since when I was little is, are we caused by God, or is it that we?
No, we can't. Guys, can you hear him? Guys,
No, we can't hear him. His mic is
sounding muffled, right?
Yeah, sounding muffled.
Yeah, how about now? Am I coming through clear?
No.
Okay, let me give it to
Julian Fire. Yes, it does bring back memories. Kinetic energy is just heat or emotional and the like. 68% of scientists say the Big Bang says nothing about the beginning of the universe.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. You know,
I don't know where Wise One is.
When we start talking about God.
So can I talk now?
Wait, just 1 second. 1 second. When we start talking about God, why do we always have to bring scientists in? Why do we always have to rely on science? Why? Why does science even become a thing? If your God exists, shouldn't he be, devoid of anything else? Shouldn't he stand alone? He should not need anything to back him up. But every time we always want to use science to prove that this God exists. And I don't know.
Do you know why that is?
Tell me, I don't know why.
The reason why is science is the only thing that truly makes sense. Because now this discussion we are actually having now is made possible because of science. Anything, most things, your car, everything, the airplane you fly.
Science makes more sense than your God.
So science makes a lot of sense. So I believe science is the best way to prove that there's a God.
Does God make sense?
Of course, something brought about this universe.
Does God make sense?
Yes, it does.
Which of the God, by the way? Because we have.
That's what I'm trying to say. God is not a religion. God is.
So if God.
So we can't cage God in a religion.
Makes sense. Listen. You just said
that God is the source of creation.
Wait, hold on. You just said that science is the what? Science makes sense, or what? What did you just say just now about science?
I say science is the only thing that makes sense because you can actually see it.
It's the only thing that makes sense. If science is the only thing that makes sense, then God does not make sense. Not make sense.
But the truth is, the point I'm trying to make is the concept of God is something that is trying to explain the creation of the universe. It doesn't have to do with a religion.
Do you believe in the Adam and Eve story?
No, I don't.
You see why?
Of course, it doesn't make sense. No, what I'm trying to say is most of those things they are just allegory. They never happened. It's just like
why are you not a Christian yet? So you're
I'm not a
on our side than you're on the Christian side.
No,
hold on. The story of Adam and Eve.
So wait, are you saying that Wise One, all of the Bible is allegory?
Not all. There are some that are, because whether you like it or not,
no, wait,
you can't read the stories of. Hold on, please. Can I say one thing?
No, answer the question. Are you saying that the Bible, all of it is allegory?
No, it's not all of it. And now the truth is,
what part of the Bible is not allegory?
The truth is, there's no way you really read about the words of Christ and you won't get wisdom from it. Let's not deceive ourselves.
If it is allegory, what is the story? What is the true meaning of the Adam and Eve story?
Hold on, Mr. Cleffy. How does he determine what is allegory and what isn't in the Bible?
But the truth is, if you look at the words of Christ, you know that there is wisdom in it.
Can you please tell us how do you determine in the Bible this one is allegory and this one is not allegory?
You will know, because how can a snake talk to? Does that even make sense to someone that has sense? How can snake talk to a human being?
But hold on. So a woman got pregnant by a ghost
without a man.
That doesn't make sense, obviously. So that is an allegory.
That's how Jesus
real.
came.
Okay. Yeah. So if that did not happen, then your Jesus is just a made-up character.
Exactly.
No, the truth is, the way I see it, I see Christ as somebody who reached the point of enlightenment.
So he was not divine.
Obviously, anybody can be divine. We all are spirit beings.
Hold on. Your Jesus, the Jesus you believe in, was he divine?
We all are divine.
No.
Because it's even in the Bible.
Can you please just answer my question?
If I say we all are divine, that means he too is divine. Don't you get the point?
Can't you just
he is
answer
divine,
the question
I am
directly,
divine.
though?
So can you tell what type
he
of
is divine?
Wise one.
I am divine.
Wise one, can you tell what I am to wine?
Obviously, the water to wine, I don't believe in it.
We don't have stories of immaculate conception in our verse.
Does the Christian believe what Wise One is saying, or does he agree with what Wise One is saying?
In fact, I don't think
they may not.
Hold on.
They may not agree with me, though.
Just 1 second. Now, this his own kind of Christianity. This looks like something that he has made up for himself, and if we can continue to engage with his own made up Christianity, we are just going to be dancing around in circles, because he just has his own definition, his own explanations, his own interpretations, and
exactly, and it's not even making sense.
How can we carry on engaging with that?
Okay, can I explain what I truly believe in?
Yeah, he knows that it's bullshit, but he's battling with accepting that. I think he's battling with accepting. So he's battling cognitive dissonance right now, knowing the truth but not wanting to accept it. So now he's fabricating things and just confusing himself because he doesn't want to let go of this thing he's had on for so long.
Should I explain what I believe in?
Okay, so before you actually proceed, my brother.
Nothing of what you've explained.
Umbula, no, you need to sort out your mic.
Have like a bit of decorum, right? So Mwanasa, I've gotten to actually engage like with some of these guys before, right? So it's obviously going to be very, very high level. So I need you on your A game to be able to grasp some of this information. Right.
What?
So
Can you just stop it? Stop it. Stop it.
I mentioned about McCoy yesterday. So do you guys believe me? That's what he's exactly up here for. He's gonna put you on. He's gonna try to place you or give you a narrative that he understands better than you, and he needs to break it down to your level, and he needs you to probably up your own game.
Why did you remove him? I wanted to hear him. Please,
so that's exactly what he is, because I've done it in another live session before.
Please, can we bring him back? Please, McCoy, come back.
Afro. You're not going to get any conversation out of that man.
I want to hear what he has to say.
That's just the reality. You're not going to get anything from him. He's just going to be beating around the bush to tell you, look, anything from him. I'm trying to.
He's gonna be telling you how unintelligent you are. I mean, he's already tried that off the jump with me. I mean, he doesn't even know you. Absolutely. So.
No. Like.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sister Afro, I hope you're doing amazing.
McCoy, are you a Christian?
Yes, I am Christian.
How long have you been a Christian? Lord. How long have you been a Christian?
It's probably been. I could go as far as saying. I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say like 2025. Probably like 23 years or 22 years or.
23, 22. And for the last 23 and 22 years, so would you say that you are you a sinner? Are you still a sinner?
Absolutely, like we all are. Hence
no, hold on. I'm not asking you about we all. I'm asking about yourself. You have been a Christian for 22 years. Are you still a sinner?
No, I am not a sinner. Like I don't do it deliberately.
Do you still sin?
Absolutely, like without a doubt. But the difference.
22 years. 22 years of adopting this religion. Mbula, no. I need to drop you. Mbula, sorry, I have to drop you. You need to sort out that mic. You need to sort it out. So 22 years you have been a Christian, and yet you are still sinning.
Can we have him interpret that scriptures for us, please?
So what is the essence? What is the essence of his religion then? 22 years, still back at square one.
Do you genuinely feel that it's reasonable or to expect perfection from a human being? Do you think that's like a reasonable request?
Yes, it is, because it's written in your Bible.
Be thou perfect, even as your Lord or your what? How does it say? How do they say it?
Your Father is, which is in heaven, is.
Your book,
Matthew 5:48.
Perfect, as your Father in heaven is perfect. Have you not been your book later?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, let him read 1 John, I think 3. He can do the reading himself. Let him explain it to us.
So if anything, we are not the one asking for perfection. It is your God that is asking for you to be perfect. And for 22 years, you have not managed perfection at all.
Well, I think the problem that we currently have is being able to interpret literature, right? So what actually happens, you need to actually pursue, like you need to keep doing this and keep working towards that. Remember, God's matrix are essentially your heart. So how you feel about doing something is more important to God versus the actual deed. So I'm going to repeat that one more time for the people. I'm sorry?
Wait, did you say God's matrix? So it's a matrix?
Yeah. Yeah. So
God don't turn to matrix.
God is new.
No.
Neo Anderson.
No.
God don't turn to matrix.
Yeah, no, because like some of these ideas are actually advanced. But if you study Jesus, right, the character of Jesus was someone that did not necessarily comply or push the narrative of I'm doing good, I'm perfect. No, he measured you based off of like what you actually feel. Hence, when we look at him being nailed on a cross, there's a guy that's been doing terrible things.
McCoy, do you have the seed of God in you?
Suzanne, I feel your pain, Suzanne. I'm sorry.
McCoy, do you have the seed of God in you?
The seed of God.
The seed of God?
Yes.
How do you mean the seed of God, my brother?
You said you are a born-again Christian, right? Is that correct?
Mr. Cleffy,
without a doubt.
What is the seed of God?
No. It's in the Bible. Yeah, he has been born again for the past 20 years. And according to the Bible, once you are a son of God, you have the seed of God in you.
Mr. McCoy, there's noise in your background now.
So once you're a born again Christian, you have the seed of God in you.
Okay, so guys, huge apologies. People, I've got a bit of a rush.
Okay.
Huge apologies, okay. And God bless.
All right. Bye.
Satan bless you, McCoy. Satan bless you richly.
22 years a believer, but yet he's still a sinner. That means that religion is useless for him. Makes no sense. Why be a believer when the belief is not doing anything for you? It's not helping you get better. You're still at square one. It makes no sense.
In fact, that's what I wanted
After
to ask.
22 years.
Wise one.
As
Wise
a
one.
Christian, he can't even tell us he hasn't seen his God.
Sorry, can we ask Wise one the same thing, please?
Oh yeah, okay. So Wise one, how long have you been a Christian? Mr. Wise one.
Right from birth.
From birth. And
So,
do you still sing?
No. Christianity is not right from birth, Mr. Wise one. I'm sorry to say that.
Okay,
No, Mr.
No,
Cleffy.
Christianity is your own personal decision.
Mr. Cleffy. The man says he has been a Christian as soon as his mother popped him out. As soon as he popped out, he don't already say, oh, Jesus, hallelujah. Mr. Cleffy, now, come on.
He was indoctrinated.
The man was a Christian from birth.
Obviously, most people that
Wise one, do you believe
in any religion?
Wise one, do you believe that? Do you know that no one is born with beliefs? Like everyone is born an atheist. Everyone is born with no beliefs.
Sure.
You were indoctrinated to believe in a superpower or a God.
The Bible God, to be precise.
No, the truth is, what I'm trying to say is, everybody, like, do you believe that there's a beginning to existence, or you just believe?
We don't believe in. I don't believe in anything.
Okay,
do you know the meaning of you use the word believe wrongly?
Guys, Wise one, do you know the difference between believe and know?
Like, what I mean is, do you?
Answer first. Do you know the difference between believe and know?
Yeah, I know the difference, obviously.
Tell us what's the difference.
When you know something, like, you are certain, but when you believe, you may not be certain, but based on other people's
okay, I'll make it clearer for you.
Exactly.
Right? Belief is accepting something without evidence, without proof. You just accept it to be true. While knowing is accepting something based on the evidence and proofs that were provided. Does that make sense to you?
Sure, it does.
All right, go ahead with what you were saying earlier. So, when you use the term believe and when you use the term know, this is exactly what they mean.
Yeah, what I mean is, whether I would like it or not, we all know that this world came into existence one way or the other.
No.
Right?
No.
We
We don't know.
don't know.
That's why I brought you the two meaning earlier. We don't know.
It could actually have been eternal. It could be eternal.
So, okay, what do you think?
It could be
we
eternal.
Don't know. We don't know what to think.
Hold on. I just said it could be eternal.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's a beginning to everything.
No.
Like, this life has a beginning.
What if there's no beginning?
If it is eternal, there's no beginning.
Yeah, like, this life has a beginning and it will have an end, right?
No.
So those are constructs that were defined by men.
What I'm trying to say is, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, this life that we are on right now, it will have an end, right?
No, how do you know that?
How do you know?
I mean, this life, this TikTok life.
Okay.
It will have an end, and it had a beginning. So what I would like to know, there's a beginning to existence.
No, don't
how do you know that?
How do you know that? Extrapolate. You can't do that.
How do you? You can't. Because you don't use simple common basic knowledge to solve complex cases that you don't know about.
You can't extrapolate. It's not possible.
Okay, no problem. So you don't.
And you say you're a scientist. Is that how you do your research in the lab?
So wise one. Are you saying your God?
What is this one saying? You are just talking. What doesn't make sense? How does that be?
No, he's saying the truth because that's not how scientists do.
If you have your hypothesis, you run a number of experiments, and based on the outcome of your experiments, it becomes verified. In fact, other scientists can verify what you have done, and it becomes a theory or a theorem. That's how you run experiments in the lab, and you say you've done something. But how can you say that because TikTok life has beginning and end? So that means this life has beginning and end.
Doesn't make sense.
Come on, brother. What kind of
wise one? Does your God have
the lab that you are talking about? If you want to do an experiment, does the experiment not have a beginning and an end result?
What?
So if it has
something measurable, wise one, we can measure that. What you're talking about is immeasurable.
Wise one.
You can only theorize what you're saying. Come on.
So that means, simply put, you guys don't believe this world has a beginning.
We don't have beliefs. We don't have beliefs.
I don't understand. Why won't you have beliefs?
No, wise one. It's okay to say I don't know. It's actually the wisest thing to do is to say I don't know instead of
I don't know.
Yes.
Wise one. Does your God have a beginning? Wise one. Does your God have a beginning?
Obviously, it should have a beginning one way or the other.
And also, if you don't know,
the truth is,
if you don't know, don't make claims. Don't make claims until you know for certain. Until you can give evidence for what you're talking about. You can give justification for whatever claim you're making. Then don't make any claims.
But the concept of religion is just believing that, okay, there's something that brought about existence. That's just the concept of
but you cannot prove that something brought about existence. You can't prove it. So there's no point believing in it if you can't prove it.
Okay, that means nothing brought existence. Is that what you're trying to say?
We don't know what brought existence. So the fact that we do not know what brought existence does not mean a God exists.
No, like, what do you believe now? Like,
we don't have beliefs. We want to know. We work based on facts.
Okay, what do you know?
And wise one. Do you know that there are thousands of gods being worshipped by?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know? Do you know?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Do you know? Yes or no?
Of course I know.
So if we wait, wise one, hold on. So if we determine, right, if we're able to determine that, okay, you know what? The universe was created by a God. How do you know that it is the God that you worship that is the creator? How do you know?
It's not necessarily a religious God. Like, your concept of God is, that's why I said from the beginning that you can't place God in a box. God is like, it's like every religion is making reference to the same thing, a creator of the universe.
No.
But they're actually trying to understand it in different ways.
Some other religions have several gods within them. Several gods.
Yeah, but each God has their own functions, right?
Some other religions have several gods within them. So you can't put all religions in one basket or one box. No.
So what I'm trying to say is, religion is just talking about.
No, you're not answering my question.
Religion is man's attempt to understand the beginning of existence.
You are not answering my question.
Yeah.
How do you know?
What is your question?
Your own. You are serving one of those thousands of gods. Yeah. You have picked one of those thousands, right, of the gods. So how do you know that it is that one, the one that you have picked, that is the one who is responsible for creation?
Because that one I picked is the same one that other religion they are making reference to, but in their own way.
How?
Do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I don't understand.
What I'm trying to say is that God is one. God is actually one.
No, some other religions, God is millions.
Yeah, I know, but
there are other religions that have multitude of gods.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to say is that each religion, they are all making reference to the same thing, a creator of existence. And they are just trying to interpret God in different forms. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, we don't understand. Please, let me address a comment. Somebody, Wisdom Appeared, said, he alone is on the throne. Wisdom Appeared, please. You said your God is on a throne, so that means he's sitting on the throne, right? Now, for someone to sit on a throne, it means that they have a nyash. So please, Wisdom Appeared. If your God is on that throne, does your God have a nyash? Wisdom Appeared. Please tell us, does your God have a nyash where he takes it down for the throne?
If he's a he, it means he has a PP too.
Yeah, I just need to know now.
Not only nyash.
Is it a big nyash?
if your God is sat on the throne, he said only him is on the throne, only that your sky daddy. Hey, Dimples, does your God have a nyash? And if your God has a nyash, there are several questions we need to ask. Number one, how big is the nyash? Is the nyash eternal? Is the nyash eternal, and does the nyash produce any content?
His toilet. Where does he
What does he eat? What does he eat?
Where does he poo? Where's the toilet?
These people come along and make claims. No, listen, these people, they come along and make claims like, oh, he alone is on the throne. So they don't think deep at all. To okay, if my God is on the throne, he's sitting down on this throne. If he's sitting down on the throne, he needs to have a body part, right? If you say that your God is a spirit, how is your God sat on a throne? If God is a spirit, what's he doing on a throne? Makes no sense.
Throne for.
Imagine someone saying critical thinking led me to God.
Hey, Titan.
People are funny.
So God has urges too.
He don't get apology, huh?
God has urges. That's why he came on Mary. You don't know that?
I actually beg to differ. I've got the belief that God is a DL man. That's why he's got all this pent up aggression. That's why he's got this level of narcissism that he has. That's why he's always surrounded by only men, and he hates women because it's just male angels, like everyone that he rates is a male.
You're right, actually. That's why the sons of God came down and they saw that the daughters of men were beautiful and they began to grip them. And that's not what they're used to seeing in heaven.
Exactly. And also, why did he have to do an IVF? Who does IVF? Gay couples. Gay men that want babies have surrogates.
Sorry, would it be okay if I ask a question? Somebody on the panel said something about that they worship the God because they see that many religions have the same God.
Yes, that was Wise One.
Okay, Wise One. I want to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind, please. You said that you worship these religions because they seem to have the same God. Now, can I ask you, because when we talk about Christianity and Islam, people say this all the time. So if
Titan, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Wisdom appeared. Please stop spamming. You said we have to consider that we betrayed him first. Can you please stop with this foolishness? Stop with this nonsense. You and who betrayed who? What kind of nonsense is this? That somebody will come and start making all these stupid claims. He has been convinced that he betrayed somebody, and now he's putting it on us. We didn't betray anybody. There's nobody to be betrayed. Stop with your foolishness.
It's the religious psychosis.
Sorry about that, Titan. Please carry on.
It's okay. You said that basically that they all have like the same God and so forth. If that's the case, then why would God give different things to different religions? Because if that's the case, why are Christians and Islamic people fighting? Number two, my second question to you, when we look more specific, are you Christian or Muslim, Wise One? I think you give me a Christian vibe mostly. But if you are Christian, then why is it that in Islam there is a surah called 65:4, which traditionally is used to justify child marriage? Because also, not to mention, the Bible also mentioned child marriage too. Do you think that this is what God would sanction as well? Because you're forgetting the real implications that religion has on society everywhere you go, whether it's Western or Eastern. You're here to basically defend your religion, so forth. Isn't that true? Wise One.
Yeah.
Then okay, answer my first question. If they have the same God, why are there different religions?
Like I said, religion is man-made.
Oh, good. At least we agree on that one. So God didn't didn't create it then.
Obviously, how can God create religion? It's human beings like him. Religion is man's attempt to understand creation. Do you understand?
Then
so it has nothing to do with God. It's just like different men having their own perspectives.
So you agree that religion is a scam then?
Obvious. I won't say it's a scam. It's just someone's perspective. Do you understand?
Okay, you won't say it's a scam, but you say
I can't call your perspective scam just because I don't believe in it.
But then when your perspective is used to take away the rights of women in America and across the West for abortion, so to speak, I think that's something we should call into question, don't you think?
Then that means if that is the case and the person is not comfortable with that, he should switch to another religion.
It's not about switching to another religion. This is not just about religious dogma and religious psychosis. It's about the real world implications of what your religion has when it comes to society, when it comes to women's rights, when it comes to the LGBTQ and a multitude of other marginalized communities that are marginalized because of big religion and its scam.
But you know, there are some people in Islam that love the way it is.
And
some ladies that love the way Islam is.
I'm Nigerian. My tribe is Igbo. Should we live under Islamic regime now because you like it?
No, not really. That is what I'm trying to say.
And that's
different religions is making reference to the same God.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. If your justification for saying that basically that these religions are worshiping what you think could be the same God is bullcrap when it has real world implications for everybody's lives. You want to believe in whatever you want to believe in, go ahead. Whatever you do in your private business is your own business, but it should not be anybody else's problem. That's the point.
But the truth I'm trying to say is, if a religion doesn't suit someone, he has the liberty to leave. That's why there are different
So you're telling me that millions of people in Nigeria are free to leave Nigeria with Boko Haram trying to kill anybody, unalive anybody that's basically Christian in that particular regard? Come on.
Wise one. Wise one. What is the penalty for living? What is the penalty for leaving Islam?
The penalty for leaving Islam. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim, so I won't really know about that. But I know there are some people
the penalty for leaving Islam is unaliving. So what do you mean when you say what do you mean when you say?
But there are some people that are left and they are still alive. There are a lot of people that have left and they are still alive.
Does that take away from the penalty of living still being unaliving?
Well, the truth is, people are living and they are still alive. I know people that have left and they are still alive.
That's because that law was not enforced.
And secondly,
because that law was not enforced on them.
Yeah, but the truth is, if you should speak to a real Islamic person, he will tell you that terrorism, Boko Haram has nothing to do. Islam is actually a religion of peace, to be honest.
Oh my God, Wise One, I was trying to defend you, but now what you're doing is just ridiculous.
The truth is, most of those things.
I can read you verses right now.
Can we tap on the screen, please?
Sorry, Afro, but there's verses.
Vanessa, I saw your comment. This one, it's a nuance. When he said that, that's why I requested up. I was listening to Afro, listening to Vessel. Then when he said that, I was like, and that's why I came up. That's why I gave the energy, because basically,
I get it now. Because what is he saying? Why is he lying?
I have some Muslim friends.
If we have any Christians, any believers who want to come up, because at this rate, this guy he's just created his own little ideology.
Ramsey's a Christian.
Oh God, Ramsey. Oh God.
What Ramsey? Ramsey's a Christian, so I think he can take up for.
Sorry, I have to go right now. Thanks so much for the
why are you running?
Opportunity. I need to sleep.
Okay.
No, I'll come around another day.
All right.
I'm not running, but I need to sleep.
Oh, Lord mercy. Oh, wow.
Bye, Wise One.
No, I'm not actually running. I like the program.
No, it's okay.
I'll be around another day.
Thank you for coming around.
All right, Afro. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I didn't bite you that hard. Come on.
No, it has nothing to do with you. I need to sleep, okay?
Titan, what are you doing to these people now, Titan?
Actually, there's still hope for Wise One. There's still hope.
I agree. The fact that, he said he's been following this page and he really loves what Afro does.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's battling with something.
Yes.
But he's like, the more he stays, like, I think one day he will just do a flowy and wake up and just be like, actually, this is all bullshit.
So, Ramsey, have you been keeping up with what's going on in Nigerian Christianity? Ramsey?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, hello.
Good evening.
Good
Depending on where
evening.
you are.
Good evening. Good evening.
Depending on where you are.
Have you been keeping up with what's going on in Nigerian Christianity? Why are the preachers starting to fight each other?
Well, I'm not so really sure about what's going on, but I'm aware that yes, Christians are being unalive in Nigeria. I'm not really sure what's happening.
No, it's not about
why
it's not about the unaliving. So preachers are now starting to disagree with each other, right? Calling out each other. This one is saying, "Oh, you're just a prosperity. You're just for prosperity. You are flying in private jets, while the rest of us are not flying in private jets. You are preaching heresy." They are starting to use their pulpits as battleground to go after people that they disagree with. So if a God exists, how is this happening under his watch?
Okay, good question. Well, from the other day, I told you I do not really agree with most of these men of God, but it's not my duty to judge them.
It is your duty to judge them. It is your duty to judge them because does your Bible not say that you guys should, what is it? How does the Bible say it again? It says that you should test all spirits.
Of course.
So when your Bible says you should test all spirits, what are you supposed to do with them? When you test the spirit and you see that the spirit is not spiriting, what does the Bible say you should do? That you should just, okay, let me just leave it like that, or what?
I'm going to put it this way. I know what they are doing is wrong, but who am I to judge them when I myself do not walk in?
I see. So because you yourself, you're not clean. Right? So you yourself, you're not clean.
I didn't say I'm not clean.
So you yourself, you're a sinner. So that's why you can't call out other sinners.
Yeah, I think it would be foolish to call out other sinners. Yes.
Then that means that this religion is going to continue to become the rot in this religion is just only going to grow. Because if nobody can call out others because we too we are sinners. Come on, man.
There's a reason for that. And my reason is that God is the ultimate judger, and I myself, not being a perfect being, I may not be able to judge these people. I may not be able to tell them that what they are doing is wrong, because they will always have something to defend themselves with.
Oh wow.
Get it?
Afro, were you asking him to tell them they're wrong, or were you asking him his opinion?
Sorry, say that again.
Being a Christian, and since
I didn't hear her.
No, I'm saying, were you asking him to tell them that they're wrong, or were you asking him what he thinks?
I think I was asking him what he thinks.
Exactly. So why is he telling us what to go and tell them? That's neither here nor there. You as an individual.
I wanted to know your thoughts about this, and hopefully, if anything, make you understand that the leaders of your religion in your country, they are making a mockery of God. They are making a mockery of the God by their actions. And so how then can you, with this rot in the religion, still have the confidence to go and keep speaking about God when the leaders, the ones who are the people who give you what you know about the religion, when they're messing up like this? Your leaders are messing up. They're making
that's true. But one thing about God, you don't know him through pastors or men of God. It's a person.
You know him how?
Can you hear me?
Thank you, Manasa. How do you know? How do you know God?
What you are saying is true.
And how do you know God then?
It's a personal, it's a personal experience that varies from person to person. So no one can say they know God through their pastor or a specific man of God.
That is not that just further invalidates your religion, because you're saying that every believer now has a personal experience. Everybody just has their own personal idea of God.
Yes, of course.
So how can we trust anything you all are saying when everybody just has their own personal interpretation or personal encounter or whatever? I don't know what you understand. It's like, then what's the point?
How will you know?
The spirit is one.
There will be true.
Hold on. The spirit is one, and it teaches the same thing to everyone. But
that's not true.
The action of the people, of the individual.
That's not true. The spirit cannot be one, and then they have all these many denominations of Christianity. The spirit is not one.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
The spirit is plentiful.
Can I ask, Ramsey? Can I ask you this?
Even this spirit thing does not make sense. A spirit does not make sense, because they send you a spirit, but how are we to determine that? Hey, cheers from Peru. Hello, cheers from Peru. How do we determine that somebody has a spirit? How do we? Okay, no. I think let me ask this question this way. When Jesus said, "When I go, I will send somebody to come and take over," or something like, he said he will send someone, right? How do we know when that someone has come to you? When that spirit comes to you, how would you know that you have got the spirit? The one that Jesus said is going to send. How do you know when you receive that thing?
By knowing you got the spirit is by you not being comfortable with sin anymore. That's one of it. And second of it is that you feel convicted when you do wrong. When you do something that is not good, you do not feel comfortable with it. That's how you can tell the spirit is in you.
Isn't that just human empathy? You feel guilt.
What do you mean by
wrong? Okay, you're telling me that the presence of the Holy Spirit is basically when you feel guilt for doing something wrong. I call that human empathy. You haven't given me any actual evidentiary proof to prove to me that is the Holy Spirit, as opposed to just natural human empathy that anybody can actually feel in that particular regard. Come on. Also,
Titan, that means that Ramsey does not have the spirit. He's still continuing to sin.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the spirit. The spirit never enter inside Ramsey. It's still coming next year, maybe.
Ramsey, can you reply? Ramsey, give me 1 second. Can you apply Afro's question in the latter that when Asa was saying, would you call out these people if they've led other people astray and they're harming people? Would you call it out?
Yes, of course. I'm a Christian, but I'm someone who also see the politics going on in churches, and yes, I can call out this pastor.
So have you spoken out against these churches that are doing all of this harm?
Yes, I've done that.
Can you tell us when? Can you give us any?
That which I'm doing right now is something related to the fact that I do not agree to what most of these pastors are doing. And also, I've also spoke the same thing with a few people around.
Ramsey, do you live in Nigeria, Ramsey?
Yeah, I'm in Nigeria.
Okay, do you believe that a woman should have the right to abortion?
Bro, let's finish that particular question you asked.
It's all part of the same thing. Do you believe that a woman should have a right to abortion?
we should as well like tell where you are coming from. What do you mean by
I'm coming from the fact that basically the laws that you find in a multitude of countries are based on religion, are based on these scams. So you're saying that you're doing so much to call out X, Y, and Z. Now you say that you are a man of God, you believe in this, you believe in that, but have you actively done anything to actually make anybody else's life better other than your own? You keep talking about what's experiencing the Holy Spirit when you have empathy, and you keep conflating empathy with the Holy Spirit. Do you? Can I ask you? Are you like one of these Christians or even Muslim people that pray even before they take a piss, or pray before they what's it called? I'm looking for have a shower, or pray before they think? I've been constantly praying. Do you believe that God is opening your bottle of water as well?
Bro, you keep yapping and asking
Sorry,
several
what
questions.
did you just, Titan? What did you just say?
Just be direct, please. Be direct.
I asked him if he's
Titan. Huh? What did you just say? That you believe that God is what? Opening? What's it again?
I said, does he believe that basically that God is there helping him open his bottle of water? Or you know, there are some people that pray after everything that they do.
No, you don't want to know what I thought I heard. I thought you said God is helping him open his butthole to release the things. Honestly, I was like, what?
No, I said opening the bottle of water. No, I said opening.
I thought you were saying, I think God is helping him open his butt. What?
No, bottle of water. Because there are some of those that pray before everything that they do. It's dogmatic. It's completely dogmatic.
But
so,
you know, like you could simplify it for him, yeah, and say, do you believe that without religion you wouldn't have morals? Because I think that's kind of like what it's sounding like from what he's saying. You know, like those people that say, oh, if there wasn't Christianity, like people would just be doing whatever they want.
No, correct. No, that's a good simplification. Go ahead with that one. Ramsey.
Guys, tap on the screens, people. People are not tapping on. Please tap on the screens, everyone.
Answer that question.
Hey?
Do you believe in?
I'm saying, do you think that your belief is what keeps you moral and just, in inverted commas?
My beliefs alone is not what is keeping me moral, because morality stems from an objective. Morality is objective.
Okay, so you believe the morality is objective. Can you explain that one to me, please? Where does objective morality come from, Ramsey?
It comes from God.
Okay, if objective morality comes from God, then it would have to exist it comes from God. That means it's objective to us, but it's still subjective coming from him. Therefore, it can't be objective. Does objective morality exist outside of God? Yes or no? Ramsey?
Ask that question again.
Does objective morality exist outside of God? Yes or no?
Not at all.
Good. Therefore, it cannot be objective morality. It's God's subjective morality that we're all living under. If you have a king and basically he decides X, Y, and Z, that's not objective. It's called subject. It's still another form of subjectivity. Now, going back to your moral paradigm here, you said something about calling things out. The reason I was asking you the questions, for instance, this is just an analogy that I'm throwing forth now. When George Floyd was unalive, there were many people that were bystanders. Then they were crying on the jury, oh, I wish I'd done more, but they were complicit. Now, if you're saying to me that basically you see these people and you see them bad, you're not doing anything, you're not saying anything makes you complicit. You are part of the problem. Not to mention the fact that religion isn't just about basically what you believe in and how you go home to pray at night. We are living under the consequences of your religion, whether it's Christianity, Islam, or something else. They weaponize it and put it into law. That's the point. The reason I was asking you about abortion is because abortion right now, one thing that many pro-lifers who are religious, Christians as well as Muslim people, believe that it's wrong. legislate that it's wrong. In Nigeria, it's illegal to get that, except for an exception of the mother's pregnancy. One famous religious bigot and political debater, Charlie Kirk, was unalived after he was unalived recently, and he used to say that he would allow a 10-year-old girl who was great to basically carry the child to full term. Ramsey, do you agree with that sense? He was another man of God. Do you agree with him? Ramsey.
Hold on. Your words are very, very, very plenty, and you do not even give me a chance to speak.
Title is just, the gas is on.
You've been yapping, and then you said morality.
It's not yapping. It's not yapping.
You said something.
Not yapping.
You said something.
Ramsey, try one more time.
It's
Follow
not
me one
yapping.
more time. There was a guy called Charlie Kirk. He was recently unalived, and one of the things that he used to say, he's a man of God. People called him a pastor and so forth. I debunked him. I held live streams showing all the egregious shit that he says. Now, he said in one particular debate, as a man of God, that if his 10-year-old girl was raped by a rapist and was pregnant, because of his beliefs in God, he would not allow his 10-year-old daughter to have the abortion. Would you agree with that? Yes or no?
This is a very interesting, this particular question. Wow.
I'm avoiding that question. For a reason.
No.
Hold
Why
on.
are you avoiding it?
I will still get there. But before I talk about this particular question you just asked me, I would like to go back to when you talked about morality not being objective.
Go ahead.
That is completely false. And why I'm saying that is because if there is no God, then there is no objective morality, which means whether you agree or not, torturing a baby for fun is always wrong, and you know that. So it is objective, because also helping someone in need is also something good. And you of course, you do not have anything to tell you or to teach you to do that before you know it. So it's objective.
Helping someone in need may not necessarily be a good thing, because that need might be harmful to humans. I might have a need, right? For example, let's see. Okay, I might have a need to engage in some masochism. So masochism, right? That's a need for me. So if that is my need, would you help me? Would you help me bring my needs? Would you help me meet my needs?
Probably, but
you will.
Where I'm heading.
No, wait, seriously, Ramsey. If you will. Listen, hey, that means I've got myself a plaything. Okay.
Question, actually.
Wait.
Let's forgive him. He doesn't really understand your question.
No, okay, let's once again, let's rephrase the question. Ramsey, there's a bartender.
If God doesn't really exist,
Ramsey, 1 second. Ramsey, there's a bartender in a bar. He's got many customers. One of them is having a bad day. Oh, you look like you're having a bad day. Let me fix you a good drink. Unbeknownst to the bartender, this person is a raging alcoholic. Should you give this particular person a drink? Yes or no?
It's a need.
Ramsey.
The lady just answered that. The lady just answered that.
I didn't answer. I'm saying the person has a need.
That's correct.
So would you give them alcohol?
Listen, you were saying okay about objective morality. We know when someone is in need and you go and help, right, to meet that need, that is objective morality. We all know that is objective morality, but that could be harmful. that could be harmful. So I don't know why you think helping people who are in need is somehow a reason to say that there is objective morality.
So what I'm saying is, if God doesn't exist, then morality is subjective.
Exactly.
Based on opinion.
Even the example that you gave about people having needs, that is very subjective.
Exactly.
Very
That's
subjective.
the point.
Everybody's need, may not necessarily be good for themselves, may not be good for them, may not be good for people around them, right? So it's subjective.
You are referencing to when I mentioned helping someone, but I also talked about nurturing a baby, like torturing a baby for fun. Is it good or bad?
When a baby is a newborn is trying to get into its own sleeping rhythms, many mothers basically leave the child crying for hours on end so that it self-soothes. Is that torture?
Did you really get what I asked you?
No, you just talked about torturing some kind of baby, but there are instances where many new mothers will leave their newborns to continuously cry instead of soothing them in order for the baby to learn to self-soothe. It's a technique that's commonly used. Is that torturing the child?
Let them go to sleep.
So my question was,
I literally did that hours ago.
Oh, is that why she's quiet now?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so what you're saying is falling apart with the framework you keep trying to provide. You've dodged my question from before. You wanted to go back to objective morality. You have nothing that actually proves that morality is objective when we all know that it's subjective. Every great philosopher, philosophical debater will tell you that. This is philosophy 101. Number two, also at the same time, don't touch my question about the 10-year-old girl, because basically I'm still gonna be on you for that one as well.
Just 1 second. Ramsey, does your God have a mind? Ramsey, does your God have a mind?
Yes, it does. Because I remember there's somewhere in the Bible. There's somewhere in the Bible where someone was saying, who can tell what is in the mind of the Lord? It's like a sarcasm, asking who can tell what's in the mind of the Lord.
You're talking about Job. You're talking about when Job questioned God, and then God decided to go on some monologue about basically, how dare you question me? Is that what you're talking about?
I believe there are several verses in the Bible that spoke about the same stuff.
Name them, please. I beg.
Okay.
Because if your God has a mind, right? How then can we say that his morality is objective when it is coming from the mind of God?
I mean, he done his boy Job dirty, man. He really did. And that must have come from the mind because narcissism can only exist in the mind.
Isaiah 55.
So if you're, wait, hold on. So I hope you know that your mind is part of your brain. Your mind comes from your brain, right? So if God has a mind, does he have a brain?
Not clearly stated in the Bible that he has a brain.
But if he has a mind, how is he able to have a mind if we don't know whether he has a brain?
Well, the spirit actually, it's something that can dictate or work as a mind, and it can direct. It can direct the body. That is how God works. It doesn't inherently means that he has a brain. The spirits are his thoughts. Sorry.
The spirit are the thoughts of God.
Yep.
Can you hear yourself at all?
Well, as Isaiah spoke about that, because it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts."
I don't know. Mr. Cleffy, you're so generous. Wait, I don't even know where to go with this anymore.
No,
His spirit are his thoughts. Come on now. I've never heard this before. So when the spirit
You're
was,
talking from a
so when the spirit was sent to impregnate Mary, are you saying that she was impregnated by God's thoughts?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking.
I never said that.
Okay, I'm asking because if you say that the spirit are his thoughts, then every time we see the spirit come around or do anything, so you know what? I don't even want to confuse myself further. I don't know. The whole thing is just a mess.
My point is our bodies are controlled by our mind. Hold on. Our bodies are controlled by our mind. This is why you are looking at it from a point of physical view. Like you're asking if he has a mind, which is not possible. So the soul actually
it's not possible that he has a mind. It's not possible that he has a mind.
His mind is not like what we portray mind to be, like from our physical.
But Ramsey, we were created in his image.
So now he has a different kind of mind. Okay.
Now, when you're in the spirit, you do not have a mind no more.
No, but we were so how were we created in his image if he doesn't have a brain?
When we are in the spirit, we don't have a mind anymore. So that means that the spirit circumvents your mind. If that's the case, then that means that anyone who has the spirit is just a walking zombie. It's just a walking zombie. They cannot use their mind because they've got the spirit.
What I simply mean is that you do not have anything to do with this material body anymore. So as anyone becoming a spirit or anyone as a spirit, they would not have anything to do with their mind anymore. So they are controlled. They are not controlled with their mind anymore.
Their
mind is limited.
They're controlled by what then?
The mind is limited, the spirit is not.
So what is controlling them?
It is the same spirit that controls the soul.
Oh gosh.
Oh, this is like wow.
Guys, I'm not sure this guy knows what he's talking about. If you ask this guy the same question tomorrow morning, he's gonna say a different thing because this is baseless.
It is indeed. It's just
Okay, so we're proving you don't know what objective morality is. Apparently, according to you, there's a spirit and a soul. Interesting. You don't seem to know much about the God you serve or the religion that you claim to support. Will you finally answer my question? Or are you going to keep dodging that one as well or not as well, Ramsey?
Well, I would like you to talk about that. Charlie Kirk something again. I want to hear it.
So basically, Charlie Kirk was a United States of America BIGOT. He decided to SHIT on everything from Palestine to the LGBT to abortion to so forth. I covered every single one of his topics and I debunked them one by one. The one that really gets to me though is when he was in a Jubilee debate with a girl who asked him, if your 10-year-old daughter who was raped in Nigeria, I already just told you, Nigeria has no abortion laws. Only exception is when the mother's life is at risk. So the question is to you, Ramsey, if you had a 10-year-old daughter and she was raped and she was pregnant as a result of that rape, would you force her because of your biblical beliefs to carry the child to full term, or would you allow her to have the abortion? Which one would you do?
The Bible does not agree to abortion. So
where does the Bible talk about abortion in the Bible, please?
He was about to tell on himself. Titan, he was about to tell on himself.
Oh no. Let him go down. Let him go down this road. He's about to cook himself.
Okay, give me a minute. A second. Let me check it out.
Take a good look.
The Bible actually supports abortion.
Yes, it does. But let's see if you can figure that one out.
The Bible supports abortion. The Bible is an advocate.
And if you start using Jeremiah, I will really whack you. Don't use Jeremiah, please. Okay?
So then I guess this comes back to the morality question, because you need to confirm with that book the right thing to do for your child. You don't have it in you, in your own heart, to say this is right, this is wrong, this is what's best. You have to refer to what's in the book for you to make that decision. That's scary.
You're the one who brought it up. Would you like to talk about the verse that mentioned abortion in the Bible?
Exodus 21 verse. 1 second, let me pull up the verse as well. Exodus 21, we will find the verse in there that talks about abortion for women in the Bible. So let me read it to you right now. So it goes, Exodus 21. Sorry. When people who are fighting injure a pregnant woman so that there is a miscarriage and yet no further harm follows, the one responsible shall be fined what the woman's husband demands, paying as much as the judge determines. If any harm follows, then you shall give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burn for burn, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. Therefore, this verse, Exodus 21, verse 22 to 25, basically says that the life of the unborn child is equivocal to monetary compensation. But if any harm comes to the mother, though, then it's life for a life. The Bible actually supports abortion. It doesn't actually take that away. But yet, pro-lifers, big Christianity would have you basically make it illegal. Now, again, this defeats the purpose of the context. I know you love to deflect all night long. What would you do?
Titan, there's also another verse in the Bible. I don't know exactly where, but if a man suspects his wife of cheating, he could go to the priest and he take his lady there, right? That's if he suspects that she is carrying some other person's baby, and they'll give her a concoction to drink. Now, that concoction, if the baby belongs to the man, then the baby will be intact. But if the baby does not belong to the man, then she will have a miscarriage, right? And God sanctioned this. The concoction will actually perform the abortion. It's right there in the Bible.
So Ramsey, what do you say to this, please?
Yeah, Susan is right. Beta.
What's all right? Numbers 5:11 to 31, I think.
Ramsey.
So the Bible.
God isn't gonna save you. Come on.
The Bible supports abortion.
Ramsey isn't aware of that verse. I'm sure he has not read it.
He doesn't know that verse. He has never seen it before. In fact, if he wants to be, he can go to Numbers 5:27 and 28.
Look at somebody in the comments says, why don't you read why don't you read the Bible from the beginning? You that is talking, have you read the Bible? You that is talking, have you read the Bible? But then they will come and tell us that we should read it from beginning. Read it for context. Read it for this.
This reminds me of
I just told you about something in the Bible. I told you the context. If a man suspects his wife of cheating, they tell him the steps he needs to take.
We actually know the Bible more than the so-called believers.
Exactly. 1 second.
They only listen to what their pastors preach.
Joseph should have taken Mary to the priest and they should have given her concoction to drink, honestly. That's what Joseph should have done.
Poor Joseph. The book of Numbers, 5:11 to 31. God have oh wow, have mercy. This is
Titan Divine. I want to quickly answer your question from Exodus 21 that you asked. You said God approved abortion in the Bible, right?
I'm saying the Bible approves abortion.
But from my understanding, from Exodus 21, it says the Hebrew clearly talks about accidents like injury, not abortion. That wasn't directly talking about abortion. It was
Don't worry. The one in Numbers, explain that one too.
Ramsey, anything that
let's talk about this
Ramsey, anything that
no, let's go back to Numbers. Explain the one in Numbers.
We will quickly go back to Numbers. That one is anything that directly terminates the pregnancy. But again, Ramsey, the text is not even about performing the abortion. The text is about the fact that the life of the unborn child is equivocal to a monetary compensation, because most people believe that basically life begins at conception. Do you believe that, Ramsey? That life begins at conception? Yes or no?
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
Punishment was applied. Punishment was applied.
Do you believe that life begins at conception? Yes or no?
I said I don't believe that.
Okay, that's fine. Can we go back to bitter water, because your argument against what I said is crap. Can we go back to the bitter water, please? Sorry.
No, now we are leaving this Hebrew 21.
No, we were it in Hebrew. It's actually Exodus. You don't even know where you are reading from.
Sorry, Exodus.
Because you have no defense for that. You love to deflect and stay on things so long in order to avoid the question. We're going to go to the Hebrew, the bitter water. This is Alfred. Thank you for this one as well. Wow.
Numbers chapter 5. Let him read it himself. Numbers chapter 5. If he wants context, let him read from verse 11.
Let me see if I can.
God, that's why they had a lot of they're having tribulations. It's quite unfortunate.
So this is it here. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, so that another man has sexual relations with her, and this is hidden from the husband, and her impurity is detected, since there is no witness against her, and she has not been caught in the act. And if feelings of jealousy come over the husband, and he suspects his wife, and she is impure, or if he is jealous and suspects her, even though she is not impure, then he is to take his wife to the priest. He must also take an offering of 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour on her behalf. He must not pour olive oil on it and put incense on it, because it is a grain offering for jealousy." Can you imagine? A grain offering for jealousy. Oh gosh. A reminder offering to draw attention to wrongdoing. The priest shall bring her and have her stand before the Lord. You suspect that she's cheating, or you bring her to come and stand before your God. Then he shall take some holy water in a clay jar and put some dust from the tabernacle floor into the water. Can you imagine? Yikes. After the priest has had the woman stand before the Lord, he shall loosen her hair and place in her hands the remainder offering, the grain offering for jealousy, while he himself, while he himself holds the bitter water that brings a curse. Then the priest shall put the woman under oath and say to her, If no other man has had sexual relations with you, and you have not gone astray, and become impure while married to your husband, and becoming, may this bitter water that brings a curse not harm you. But if you have gone astray while married to your husband, and you have made yourself impure by having sexual relations with a man other than your husband, here the priest is to put the woman under this curse. May the Lord cause you to become a curse among your people when he makes your womb miscarry and your abdomen swell. May the Lord, let me read that again. Here, the priest is to put the woman under this curse. May the Lord cause you to become a curse among your people when he makes your womb miscarry and your abdomen swell. May this water that brings a curse enter your body so that your abdomen swells or your womb miscarries. See better abortion.
You can read to 31 actually.
I should continue?
Spare him no expense. Read the whole thing and ask him what he thinks about it.
The rest of it is still the same thing. If she carries, if she drinks, then you know what will happen, and if she drinks and nothing happens, sometimes the Bible can be long-winded, just repeating the same thing over and over again. But here we have a God telling Moses that they should tell the people of Israel, if you suspect that your wife is cheating on you.
Ramsey, do you agree with this?
Well, I'm reading it from my script, from my own Bible myself. And I realize the books, they are different in interpretation. When
what's
she
your own
says,
version saying?
From the part where she says,
no, what's your own version?
New Living Translation.
NLV. He's reading from the NLV.
NLT.
NLT. Okay.
But why NLT? Why NLT?
That's what I have here with me.
So what's NLT?
So what's the difference? And explain the difference to us.
I'm seeing something like oaths here in mine, and I can't find it on the screen. Maybe it's there, but I haven't read it.
You are seeing what?
I'm seeing something like oath, like the woman should. Let me read it from here. It says at 21, at this point, the priest must put the woman under an oath by saying, may the people know that the Lord's curse is upon you when she makes you infertile. So I don't know if what verse. I mean,
11 to 31. Come on, keep up. 11 to 31.
Do you want me to read NLT for you? I have NLT too.
Read it, bro.
Okay. I'll start from verse 14. If her husband becomes jealous and is suspicious of his wife and needs to know whether or not she has defiled herself, the husband must bring his wife to the priest. He must also bring an offering of 2 quarts of barley flour to be presented on her behalf. Do not mix it with olive oil or frankincense, for it is a jealousy offering, an offering to prove whether or not she's guilty. 16. The priest will then present her to stand trial before the Lord. He must take some holy water in a clay jar and pour into it dust he has taken from the tabernacle floor. When the priest has presented the woman before the Lord, he must unbind her hair and place in her hands the offering of proof, the jealousy offering, to determine whether her husband's suspicions are justified. The priest will stand before her, holding the jar of bitter water that brings a curse to those who are guilty. The priest will then put the woman under oath and say to her, If no other man has had sex with you, and you have not gone astray and defiled yourself while under your husband's authority, may you be immune from the effects of this bitter water that brings on the curse. Verse 20, but if you have gone astray by being unfaithful to your husband and have defiled yourself by having sex with another man. 21, at this point, the priest must put the woman under the oath by saying, that's what you're mentioning, oath. May the people know that the Lord's curse is upon you when he makes you infertile, causing your womb to shrivel and your abdomen to swell. Now, may this water that brings the curse enter your body and cause your abdomen to swell and your womb to shrivel. And the woman will be required to say, yes, let it be so. Do you want me to continue reading?
Ramsey.
I believe we can end there, right?
Can I?
That's fine.
Please, can I say something, right?
And what's the
you
question?
know, this is actually sicker than I thought it was. Here we have a God telling the people of Israel, if you suspect your wife of cheating, so this God knows, God is supposed to know that the wife is cheating. The God is supposed to be able to tell the man that, look, wifey is cheating, right? He's speaking to Moses. Why can he not speak to the individual? Why can't the individual just go speaking to the God? God, is my wife cheating? Or God prevents this wife from even cheating. So just think about this. This is the God who's supposed to be your creator. He knows that you're going to be worried if your wife cheats on you. So now he wants you, when you suspect that wifey is cheating, to go and meet the priest. He's watching you. He's watching all of this. You go and meet the priest. Then the priest will take dust from the floor, then make a drink, make the woman drink it, make the woman say all of this. Only to do what? Only for the God to do what exactly? What is the God going to? I don't know. This God is a cycle.
After
I'm telling
it's even worse. Oh. So this is the 1-2 punch. Let me give you the second part of your 1-2 punch for this guy. This doesn't just talk about whether she's cheated. If you look at it, let's look at it. Let's do what Christians do. Everything in Scripture is law. Let's call this law. Now, under this law, not only did she cheat, she had lain with another man. So it's not just for anybody that cheats. It's for anybody that's lain with another man. And if the particular person was great, she would suffer the same fate. According to this.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Ramsey.
No, you know what? Can we just leave Ramsey alone? Because Ramsey is going to just keep on trying to justify the actions of this God. The God is showing us, look, guys, I am the worst of the worst. Just the God himself. There's no way to defend this. Don't even try. Don't try to.
Okay then. So there's no argument. I'll be going to sleep because I'm really tired.
Yeah, no argument. Good night, Ramsey. There's no argument, honestly. I don't want to hear him start wanting to defend this. No. Let's not do that. Hi. It's too much. Hello, Auntie Kini.
Hello, beautiful people.
Yeah, Auntie Kini.
Oh, well, Ramsey's gone. I had some grilling for Ramsey.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
If we have any, if there are any Christians or anyone who wants to come up, or not?
Babung Shang. What's the last? Babung Shang is in the comments. Please come, Babung Shang. Thank you very much.
Oh gosh. Why has this particular thing just upset me now?
I'm so
why? It's just so upsetting. Come on, man. And you see,
from what the Bible is
what
saying,
about
men actually just abuse this because
no,
there's nothing to be
Mr.
done for the man.
Mr. Cliffy, when the woman suspects her husband of cheating, why is God not speaking
That's
about
exactly what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing for the man. Like, and the man can just suspect, and she goes to do that. And even if it is false, then nothing happens to the man.
No, when I tell you this God is sick, this God is sick. Sick in his brain or the mind.
Auntie Kemi, you remember Clown?
Yes.
I'm going to use this on him. Don't worry. I'm going to use it on him. I have a regular Christian. I should invite him. 1 second. Oh, what am I doing? Maybe he'll come.
Like literally, I always use weather as a way that you determine the god of a region. Like, if the weather is temperamental, the god is like, quite, you have to appease the god. The god is quite temperamental. If the weather is quite harsh, if the weather is calm, the god is calm and all that. But we stop at weather, but we don't look at like men. If the culture is very harsh on women, the god is harsh on women. If the culture respects women, the god respects women. Isn't it something?
There's a verse I showed people the other day. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Honestly, it's just look at this here. Look. I tell you, this God is a cycle. It says, now the people complained about their hardship in the hearing of the Lord. They're facing hardship. They complain about their hardship. God hears about it. It says, when he heard them, his anger was aroused. Then fire came. Then fire from the Lord burned among and consumed some of the outskirts of the. That is, you can't even complain. No customer service with God. He doesn't do customer service at all. What you see is what you get. What you get is what you get. There is no, excuse me, this good that you gave me, the thing is faulty. No. You're in hardship. He wants you to be in hardship. He's happy when you're in hardship.
He's supposed to be an all-loving God.
That is how now. How?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Lemuel. And this God now sends his son. He shouldn't have bothered, honestly. God, his son, all this
love.
No. That one is not love. That's hate. They hate us.
Can I just please quote a scripture that actually bothered me so much? I was reading yesterday. I just came across it, and I just it's quite a lengthy book. We don't have to read everything anyway. It's Deuteronomy 28. If you read from 28 from the beginning, the God was like giving the instruction to the Israelites on things they should do. And after the list of things he wanted them to do, he mentioned all of them. And then he said, if they don't do those things, he now listed the number of things that he was going to do to them. I was shocked when I read the list of things. There were so many. One of the things that actually shocked me was what was recorded in verse 30. Like, if you read, please, can you just read just verse 30?
Wait, hold on. Let me, before you carry on.
Yeah.
So that particular place you're talking about, it's telling you about when God is happy and they're doing the things that God wants them to do, the blessings that they will get, right? And then goes on to tell you about the curses, right? Am I right?
Exactly.
When you go and read that part, the blessings, it's just like just a few blessings. I will bless you, and this. But when you go to the curses, oh my God, the God just the God sits down and said, yes. Now, I am more interested in cursing you people. Blessings, no, there are not many. So where did you say we should read?
Verse 30. Verse 30,
one?
as in Deuteronomy 28, verse 30.
28.
That's the only one I just want you to read. There are so many courses, but I just want you to read that one out.
Let me see. Where's my Bible? Deuteronomy 28:30. No, I don't know. I just think once upon a time I actually knelt down and was crying to this God. It says, you will, I hope you will be engaged to a young woman, but someone else will marry her. You will build a house, but never live in it. You will plant a vineyard, but never eat its grapes. Its grapes. You will be engaged to a young woman, but someone else will marry her. You will build a house, but never live in it. You will plant a vineyard, but never eat its grapes. Your cattle will be butchered before your very eyes, but you will not eat any of the meat. Your donkeys will be dragged away while you look on, and they will not be given back to you. Just come on.
In another version, that word even sounds, the version you're reading even sounds nice. The version I read was saying that is, you will engage a woman, but another man will rape her. That's the exact word. So
I was reading this one. This one is a wait, hold on. What did I just read? It's Deuteronomy what? Deuteronomy what number? Let me read it from King James.
Verse 30.
Okay, let's read from King James 28:30. 28:30 from the King James. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. It says, okay, so this is not the one that talks about RAPE. Oh God. Oh, this Bible. Imagine being a woman in these Bible times. Honestly, I would just unalive myself by myself. Honestly.
You guys, the Bible is full of juju. Do you know that? A lot of witches I know use the Bible. That was a curse. That is a baneful work. That is a baneful spell. Right there.
I just myself. I can't do this.
Yeah.
And of course, they'll come and give you curses. If you unalive yourself, this will happen to you. That will no. Can't live under such degeneracy. I beg. I'm good.
The thing is, most Christians haven't even read these verses. They haven't come across them.
That verse actually explains what God actually married.
We can't hear you, Lemuel.
I don't know if you know what I mean.
We can't hear you, Lemuel. Lemuel, we can't hear you.
What God did to Joseph. And Joseph.
So Lemi, you got bad connections.
Lemuel, we can't hear you. Lemuel, we can't hear you.
They may need to drop and come back up. Yeah, we can now.
Okay. So I was saying that verse actually explains what God did to Joseph. When Joseph was engaged to Mary, and someone, when you think about it, that's just what happened now. So that was I have just quoted that scripture.
You're right. This is exactly the Mary and Joseph thing. Anyway, and you know something, guys? There's no way they cannot erase any of these things from the book. It will forever be there. And it will, of course, this will always be some of the things that we will keep pointing out, that your book is evil. The God in your book is evil. Everything about it is pure evil. And so they would try to justify and try to give reasons why, oh no, it wasn't. The one that really frustrates me is when they come and say, oh, they were living, we are now under grace. We are now under grace. When they say that, I just think how insensitive they are, because also it was okay for those people back in those times to live under that barbaric law, but you're under grace. You accept it, you tolerate it for those people because you're not involved. You are not part of those people. So, but now you get to, no, I can't. I cannot.
It's like hearing that a man that you're dating unalived someone before you dated him, like his past partner, and he was like very, abusive and whatever, and you'll be hearing horror stories from his exes, and you see his criminal record and his rap sheet, and you hear all these stories, and then you'll be like, yeah, but he's nice to me. I've never seen that side. He's good to me. He's a good man now. He's nice to me.
Yeah, this is a religion for pick-me's.
Facts.
So I think you got some new Christians on the panel. I'm not sure.
It's a religion for the pick-me's. God hates divorce. He did there now. God hates divorce. Some people will be in, they're unaliving them. God hates divorce. This is what they told me when I was going through my own. You run to the pastor of the church and tell him, look, this your church secretary, he has done this, he did this, he did that. Don't worry, my sister, I will talk to him. Don't worry, I will talk to him. But sister, you're not, you yourself, you don't know that the success or the downfall of a marriage is dependent on a woman. It is the woman that makes the marriage either fail or succeed. So you have to be praying, my sister. You have to be praying. You have to be praying to God. Maybe you're not praying the right prayers. Maybe you're not. These are the things they should tell me. No.
Very patriarchal, very boys club, because that word that he's having with him, these women, you're the head of the house. Just try small now.
I'm so glad that I went to the Church of England. Is when I got to Church of England, then they said to me that, look, we don't do divorce, but on the basis of domestic abuse, yes, we will say divorce. Those are one of the conditions where the Church of England will say divorce. Right?
Afro, but wasn't the Church of England started because Henry VIII wanted to divorce his wife? So why now the change of doctrine? I don't understand.
No, but this is on domestic abuse. Don't forget, this is not even biblical. It's not in the Bible.
No, but what I'm saying that the church that was founded on the basis of divorce, saying they don't do divorce.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. Very ironic, because Henry VIII was a Catholic until they wouldn't allow him to divorce his wife, and then he started the Church of England. So why now are we pious and
Crazy work. So we have somebody on the panel. Let's see. Harare and Scorcher. Scorcher, hello.
Yes. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Yes. I totally agree with what you're saying, guys. Like prayer is a waste of time. So I agree with you.
Harare.
Yes.
Are you a believer or no?
I used to be a believer. Now I'm not a believer.
Oh, you mean that you're not going to go to heaven?
Yes.
You have lost your place in heaven, my brother.
Yes, that's right.
And you're not afraid.
Afraid of what?
You're going to burn, no?
Who said I'm going to burn?
In hellfire now. The book says so.
Come on. Those are just fantasies and theories. I don't believe in such. I was a Christian because I was just born in a Christian family. That's all. Yeah.
As a lot of us were.
Exactly.
A lot of us
So
were.
I started to question some of the things like, where is God? Who is God? I've never seen God, but I always pray and nothing works, you know. Prayer, it doesn't work.
Not at all. Just wishful thinking.
Exactly. So I'm no longer a Christian.
Oh, well done to you. Well done to you, honestly. Wow. These are the things, people need to start, question. Ask questions.
Exactly. But in the Bible, it's not allowed to question.
No, you have to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own. You see, your own understanding, just push it to one side. Your own understanding, no, it's rubbish. But trust in a God that you cannot see. Trust in a God that he can't speak to you, but just trust in him.
Yeah, just trust in him. It doesn't make sense.
Not at all. Not at all. It's foolishness. That is what you call brainwashing, when they say, okay, don't trust your own instincts, don't trust your own thought, don't trust your own, but just trust in the Lord.
Yeah, and also I think religion is a cancer to Africa.
Facts.
Exactly.
Because people will be waiting to go to heaven and they won't fight for the earth or the current situation. They'll be waiting for the promises from the Bible or from God while people suffer. And actually, I think right now we're actually in heaven. Our earth is our heaven. That's our heaven because we have everything that we need.
But why the idea of this heaven? Why?
So you see,
why tell people that they are going somewhere when they die? We have no evidence for it, but we think, it's going to be white. The God is sat on the throne and this and that. That just makes nonsense up.
Afro, that's an intentional thought by whoever is trying to enslave Africans, because you can see clearly those that brought the religion, for example, they're teaching you that heaven is made of the street, heaven has street of golds and all those things. So every African is looking forward to go to heaven that is made of all these luxurious items. And in reality, our soil has all these luxurious items that these same Europeans that come around steal all these items and put it in a vault in their own countries. But while we are busy fighting one another, they're busy excavating our lands and taking our resources. And some bunch of whatever they want to be, whatever they want to call themselves, keep doing the will of their masters, these Europeans, and this is exactly what it is. And you have this illusion that you have a God that is doing X, Y, Z for you, but in reality, it's nothing. In fact, you see, while we're doing this, there are so many school of thought. Somebody was here earlier and he said the Bible is an allegory. It's not really far-fetched from the truth, because if you look at it, if you put on another hat, you will discover that that's exactly what is happening. The Bible is strictly against, in fact, let's talk about this. The Bible is strictly against people getting knowledge. That's exactly what it is in the story of Eden, that you can you can do whatever you like, be merry, do whatever you like, but strictly don't have knowledge, because when you do have knowledge, you become like God. And if you look at it carefully, in fact, we've read here that the difference between man and God is actually that man has limited knowledge or doesn't even have knowledge, while God has. Because when God saw that man has eaten from that fruit, he clearly states that man has now become like us, knowing good and evil. And take note, the first invention that Adam and Eve did in the Bible was after they had the fruit of knowledge. Sorry, when they had the knowledge of good and evil, and they were able to sow for themselves fig leaves to cover their nakedness. That's invention, that's creativity. They were able to produce something. But initially, they couldn't do that. So if you think deep, the Europeans don't want Africans to be able to produce. They don't want them to have this knowledge of production. They want them to be consumers. That's why they encourage you to do whatever you like in the garden. Consume as much as you like. Be merry, have fun, have sex with your wives and all these things. Don't bother about learning the technology of production. No, always be a consumer. But as soon as man knew knowledge, he started producing. And God was angry that how can man produce? How can man have that knowledge or that technology to produce? We are supposed to be the one giving them. So that is exactly what is happening today. Africa is not producing anything. All the raw materials that Africa has, they are taking it to heaven. That's Europe. And heaven is producing, processing, and sending byproducts down to Africa, and Africa is buying.
My brother, I heard that in Nigeria that we import toothpick.
Yes.
Toothpick.
Yes.
No, but you need to ask yourself the question, though, why is that? Because still we let the West, we let China park in Nigeria and take do this and do that. The Chinese so-called help is not helping us as well.
You need to understand this, brother.
One second, from Arab imperialism to colonialization, Africa has always been the the Walmart of the world, where they come to take our raw resources, our gold, our diamonds, our this, and so forth. But we don't stop them. Instead, basically, we indebt ourselves to them. If we actually took back our land and actually made something of the resources that we have, we could actually be a Wakanda forever. But we don't.
So that's exactly what I'm talking about, brother. It is the idea that they have sold to us in Genesis, in the Garden of Eden, to not seek knowledge. And
but
that
the Bible,
knowledge.
But again, the Bible has nothing to do with God. It was written by man. That's the whole point.
In fact, that has buttressed more on my point, because it was written by a man. It was orchestrated to make all the Africans refuse to become knowledgeable of themselves. Right? They look up onto self. In fact, you see, this Jesus that we're talking about, if you actually read the Bible carefully and read all the messages of Jesus, he's trying to actually awaken Africans to tell them that, look, it is actually within you. The kingdom of God is in you. And you perish because you lack knowledge, the same knowledge that you were denied from Genesis.
But it's more than just the kingdom of God. It's also Islam. It is
no.
Before colonialization, there was Arab imperialism. You have to remember that Nigeria is predominantly a more Muslim country than it is Christian in the first place. And remembering the fact that basically religion, whether it's Islam or Christianity, it's what's sinking our country, our continent.
So, my brother, that's exactly what I'm saying. Whether it is wearing an Islamic hat or is wearing a Christian hat, they're saying the same thing. The concept of heaven and earth. Forget about your worldly possessions and look forward to getting your heavenly possessions. So that is what Africans are doing. They ignore their earth resources, and they're looking forward to the imaginations in heaven. And have you wondered why the description of heaven is what is available in Africa? So how is diamond, how is gold supposed to be enticing to an African when all these things are African in the first place? The best of gold, the best of everything is found in Africa. So how is that supposed to be an enticement for an African person?
No, but I believe that I believe that there will come. I believe that.
Sorry, the day I found out that in Islam, Jannah, the men expect 72 virgins. Honestly, at first I did not believe it. I was like, no, it's not possible. Come on. And when they confirmed that, yes, that's when I knew that this is problematic. That some people actually think that after they die, they're going to go and they're going to get bonus and just have eternal erections. Sick. Sick.
But not just that as well. This is the reason why I believe that with austerity and suffering comes wisdom, because after a while, the same Africans that discard their gold, that discard everything, thinking for an afterlife in the future, will finally realize whether you believe in life after death or not, you must first make a heaven on this earth. Meaning that this is the life that matters now, living in the now, not living for the afterlife. So the idea that you will throw away that which is yours or give it away so freely because of the idea of some reward in the afterlife, that's just stupid. This life is just as important as whether or not you believe that there is an afterlife or not. Make this life better. And we let them come into our countries. We let them do all of these things. We have not thought for ourselves for a very long time. Instead, either we have Christianity or we've got Islam. Afro is doing a good job when it comes to taking down the Christian pastors. I'm going to do my own little bit when I'm going to talk about the other religion as well, because that's the one that I'm interested in talking about Islam more, because that needs to be talked about.
We've got Scorcher. Hello, Scorcher.
Let me read one portion of the verse, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Genesis chapter 2, right?
Just
He's
hold
talking
on.
about.
After he's done, then you can see.
All right, Genesis chapter 2, right? God is talking about the creation, right? And the Garden of Eden, like where he probably described the Garden of Eden. And let me read from verse 10 because I don't want to waste our time, right? A river flowed from the land of Eden, watering the garden and then dividing into 4 branches. The first branch, called the Pishon, flowed around the entire land of Havilah, where gold is found. Would you do me a favor, anybody who has fast fingers, and go and Google Havilah today? Havilah?
What does Havilah mean?
Yeah, just Google Havilah, the land of Havilah.
Havilah can refer to a biblical land and people mentioned in Genesis, a small community in Washington State, or a beauty brand. Is it? Huh? Havilah, let's see. Wait.
Okay, so if you read there are a lot of sources that talks about that actual land of Havilah to be the Horn of Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what that Havilah is. And remember, it says where gold is found. And verse 12 says, the gold of that land is exceptionally pure. Aromatic resin and onyx stones are also found there. Now, do you know what the onyx stones are?
Onyx, yeah. I know what onyx.
Yeah, so these are all found there. And in fact, all these stones are actually found in Africa, right? And do you know that, for example, this is what they use in making your phones, computers, these same onyx stones that we're talking about. This is what, like the heartbeat of the computer, the clocking system of the computer are all by these stones. So these are all things that is found. If you read that verse, you go, some of these things. In fact, somebody was asking one day that God made man from dust. What is actually this dust? Is it the actual dust that we, when your room is dirty and you say it's dusty, is it the same dust? What does that mean?
Yeah, now this is what they think, because this is why they say dust to dust. Yeah? When someone dies, dust to dust, and you think that we are returning to where we came from. ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So yes.
So that's what the Bible is doing, and it's trying to make you believe all those things. Whoever wrote the Bible is actually smart, and because he has actually gotten Africans to believe these stories and take it as this, while they are busy just enjoying our resources. Exactly what it is. You are struggling to go to heaven, and they are already living in heaven. You know, I was talking with somebody, and he also said something.
But there is no heaven to go to. That's the thing.
That's the point. There's no heaven to go to. But then an average African believes that there is, an average religious African believes that there is an heaven he's going to go to. Don't you know that they are telling them to pay tithes, to give offerings so that they build mansions in heaven? Don't you know? Haven't you heard that before?
There's one pastor that said he has already seen his own spot in heaven.
Yeah, bungalows, 3-bedroom flats, and the rest. You see, how can you be describing the same heaven that you think that God so Almighty is talking about? So that means the architects that build it are from heaven, are from earth, right? He employed architects from here to go and build those 3-bedroom flats, because 3-bedroom flat is what we use here, for example.
Can we hear from Scotia? Because I need to round up soon.
Hello, yeah.
Hello,
I'm
Scotia.
sorry that
I'm sure I've seen.
I wanted to speak
I'm sure
to
I've seen some of your comments in my comment section
Yeah.
in the post that I do sometimes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm always there. But I want to speak to Ramsey from the other night, because when I listen to him, definitely it pains my chest. He doesn't answer questions, which is that's how most Christians are. They don't answer questions. And tonight pains my heart when he has to go to the Bible to decide on morality.
Can you?
And he was asked about his 10-year-old child, and if you have to go to Bible to answer that question, you're dangerous to society. A dangerous person to be around. A dangerous to have children. And it really, really pains my heart. I was lying down here and I'm listening, and I was just cringing.
And you know, he says
Yeah.
he says he was an atheist before. He was an atheist before.
Really?
Yeah. And then went to Christianity or something like that. Yeah, he says
Those are the worst ones. Those are the worst ones.
I mean, any moral person, if somebody molests your 10-year-old child, you don't need a Bible to know what to do. If the person got pregnant,
it's evil.
somebody
It's evil. It's evil for anyone to expect a 10-year-old child to carry a baby. It's evil.
Our religion is a dangerous thing. I used to be a Christian, just like most of us.
After I was trying to bring you a present, and tonight, there's a guy that comes to my lives a lot called Clown, and he believes in no grape exception for abortion. He believes that a 10-year-old child should carry the grapist child. I would love for you to.
Listen, that one you need to. No, that one needs. They need to check it.
I had to leave the live yesterday because I couldn't talk to him. I said no. This is actually you have issues. Like your brain is not braining, and I'm not gonna lose brain cells trying to talk to you.
Oh wow. Some of these people, the mild ones, the ones you think, oh, how to fly? It's just so nice. Look, their beliefs make them sickles. What they believe?
They know the answer, They know the answer, but they don't want to agree with non-believer.
Yes, that's true.
Because I used to be a Christian, and I used to be the same thing. No matter what you say to me, even if you could be logical, no matter how logical you are, I would not agree with you, because I feel like I'm going against God to agree with a sinner. That's so they definitely know the answer, but they're not agreeing with you because you're a sinner, according to them.
And also, most of what we're talking about here, so these believers, they know, they have some doubts. There is no believer that is 100% sure of what they believe. No, they have doubts.
It's true.
They read some of these stories and they think, this thing is a bit, well, what can I do? I just have to believe. They know that some of the things makes them uncomfortable. But because they're too far gone, so it's hard to come back from it. It's hard.
But the other problem,
my own sister said to me that she's afraid to go down the rabbit hole. She's afraid to do the research because she knows that she will find things that will make her leave the religion. But she said this is all she has known. This is all she has known. And in her church, she's a church warden. She helps with different things. Church gives her meaning, right? Church gives her meaning. Last Sunday she was cooking. They asked her to cook some food and bring to church. And so today she sent to our family WhatsApp group the Facebook pictures that we're taking of her while she's at the food spots. Just it gives her some feeling of being a part of something. I just okay. I mean, if it helps you sleep at night, if it helps you, then why not? But she said she agrees with me. She agrees with most of the things that I say. She agrees.
But the main problem that I'm finding is the fact that though a lot of people are sort of on the fence or in between, they stay there, especially when it comes to laws, and I'm sick of it. It's one thing to have your cockamamie religion, not even written by God in the first place. It's another thing to legislate with it, whether it's in different ways. Is anybody aware of the case of Adriana Smith in the States?
The what?
Adriana Smith. She was, I think, is she a black woman, Kimmy?
Yes, she was black. She was mother, 30 years old.
So she was basically brain unalived, was a couple of weeks pregnant. Her wishes were that she did not want, she has a DNR and so forth, because of the state that she was living in that doesn't allow abortion rights because of, again, Christianity here. They forced the family to keep her on life support. They forced in order for the child to, gestate and so forth. This child was done deaf, blind, with brain encephalitis and so forth as well. It was completely disgusting.
And liquid around their organs as well, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
This is the consequence of legislating because of your belief. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people's beliefs becoming my problem. I don't want to live with your beliefs. If you want to go on pray 5 times a day to Becca, go ahead. If you want to basically pray before you turn on the shower, go ahead. That's your business. That's between you and whoever you want to pray to. But it shouldn't be my business in terms of my rights, the laws that govern everybody else.
What made it horrible is that she was the first of the kind, and it's a part of a long legacy of the use of Black women's bodies in experimentation in gynecology. The whole reason why J. Marion Sims is called the father of gynecology is because he operated on enslaved women without anesthetic, without pain relief. And literally all that we know about gynecology and women's bodies and women's anatomy through especially J. Marion Sims is because of Black women's bodies. So all over again, in this administration during this time with these laws, now a Black woman is laying, incubating a child, being kept alive unnaturally, racking up hospital bills for her family, who are going to have to pay for that, and also pay to bury her and grieve her, and also hospital bills for the child, and also raise a child that's severely, profoundly disabled. For no reason, the child is not going to have a quality of life. And the thing is, her family wasn't given a choice. She was kept alive just to see, is it going to work? Because she is the first of its kind. So it's egregious.
Indeed, it is egregious, honestly. It's just, well, we just we have to do our bit. We have to carry on having these conversations and right. Yeah. Anyway, people, it's just gone past 2 a.m. here. It is very late. and I'm going to call it a night so I can try and get some sleep. Yeah, but you all guys, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Okay, peeps? We will, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night. Kindness. Good night,